to Loxie, the estate of Chang'e. So, as you might know from reading the backgrounds, this is the Empire of the Eternal Fires. You find yourself basically on the border of the Empire of the Eternal Fires, and then to the west, you can see in the distance, off to the west, you can see the lands of Krishni. Krishni itself is a socialist state where everybody is equal and no one is rich, no one is poor, everyone has a job, and they all worship the light bearer. And the light bearer is a god, looks a little bit Buddha-like in look, and they basically have a slightly more humble existence, but they are relatively happy. There's a lot of skirmishes between the Empire and the lands of the Krishni, little bits of land disputes here and there, but it never escalates more than little tiny skirmishes, and hasn't done for hundreds of years, because each one has millions of citizens. So any large-scale war would basically be devastating on a scale that nobody wants. So there's always little pushes at the edges. The Krishni think that the Empire are pompous arses, and the Empire think that the Krishni are just dirty peasants. The Empire is just the jewel of the world to the people that live in the Empire. It's basically it's the height of honor, eloquence, good manners. Everyone knows their place, whether they be the great implacable nobles who ruled the nation under the Empress Zhou, down to the lowly servants and slaves who know their place and they're happy where they are, serving the masters. In the middle you have tradesmen, tradespeople, and everyone has a level and a caste, and everyone's happy to be inside that caste, and everyone shows a lot of honor and respect for each other, and there is generally quite a lot of kindness in the Empire. However, and there is very little crime, whereas in Krishni, a lot of people, there's a lot more throughput of other peoples from other nations, especially dirty African to the north. The Africans are I mean, the one thing that the Krishni and the Empire agree on is that the Africans are just dirty peasants. You know, they live in huts, and they ride the plains on ponies, and you know they huddle together in little villages. They don't have any.
They're always after your credit card details. I know.
Yeah, yes, yeah, and you know, and their rich nobles phone you up occasionally and basically tell you that you're going to win 5 million gold.
No, we need the last 3 digits on the back of your card.
That's it. Yeah. So the Africans is to the north, and then beyond the African nation, who knows? There's a massive mountain range that covers the continent. No one travels beyond there. So you know, as far as you all know, this is the world. You occasionally get traders coming overseas from the Eye, so far to the west. Many weeks of travel is the Eye, which is like a small island. Well, it's a huge island, but small compared to where you live, which basically is shaped like a giant eye, strangely. And then far to the east, you have the continent of Lorendal. And no one knows anything about that continent, apart from the fact that people from some of the most southerly nations, like Apulus and Alents, they come across occasionally, but very rarely. That's all that you know. Loxie is situated on the very edge of the Angmei mountain ranges. The Angmei is a picturesque paradise, and many of you come from Angmei. And it's basically the mountains are narrow and tall and have stood for millennia unchanged. In the very center of the Angmei is the Wishing Tree, which is a spiritual place that many clans, guilds, cultural groupings come to worship and pray. The empire itself, as I've said, is led by the Empress Zhou, and her empress is seen as a god or a goddess to all the nation, and her rule is without question. People would rather kill themselves than dishonor or upset or even speak ill of the empress. Indeed, many people can't even speak ill of the nobility because they are also, touched by God themselves. The main religion really around the empress is to do with the eternal fires. So there is within the whole of the empire, you will find 4 fires lit, and those fires sort of represent elements or aspects of society, and basically the fires are what keep everyone warm and safe. And in every household, you'll see the 4 fires represented in some way. In Loxi, on the border between the two, on the very edges of Angmei, the mountains are very high, but there is a deep valley that runs from the border to Krishni, and there's a huge river that runs all the way through the center of basically the divide. And geography-wise, geography-wise, it's this river that basically defines the boundaries between the two nations. A lot of trade comes down from African to the north, and they use that big river to basically trade down through. And Loxi and the area in which you are now situated is basically one of the core entry points into the empire from Krishni and from the river. Indeed, Chang'e himself, the Lord Chang'e, is one of the main diplomats and ambassadors for the empire, representing the empire in Krishni. So he is often not at home, but whenever he is, he'll often hold court and allow the visitors and traders, honoured guests, to come to his humble house, which isn't too humble. It's beautiful. It's made up of a series of large buildings centered on this huge towering house. One of the unusual things about Loxi is that it has both a temple to the light bearer and also a temple to the eternal fires, which in the heart of the empire would be seen as scandalous. And in fact, if you look at the picture, you'll see right centered there up the stairs is the Buddha-like form of the light bearer himself, and the entrance off to the right over the bridge takes you through to the sanctuary of the Eternal Fire Gardens, and the tombs of the Gen family. And indeed, there's also 4 fires that burn atop the building as well, that represent the eternal fires. The building itself is next to a stream that comes down from the mountains and then just disappears over the edge into a huge cascading waterfall down to the valley below, where the traders will have their caravans coming in and out from Krishni into the heart of the empire. So everything about Angmei is beautiful. The foliage, the plants, the colours that you see. To anyone that lives here, this paradise is what you see every day. There's no real violence. There's no real crime. And the society allows you to maintain a lot of respect. Dishonor is a massive no-no in the empire. People would much rather die than be dishonored or dishonor their family, because the honor of a family is eternal, whereas the honor of the individual is only finite. Therefore, it's beyond selfish for an individual to sacrifice a family's honor for their own needs. And that is a tenet by which all families, high and low in the empire, hold dear to. It's very, very important. So, Lily,
Hello.
you've travelled across Angmei, following Millhouse, Milhouse has been travelling on foot. Milhouse, you are aware of Lily's presence. She said hello to you when you first started your travel. You were introduced. Lily is a journeyman of Angmei, who basically is almost like a park ranger for all of Angmei. But she is now been given freedom to basically travel with you as far as Loche, and then up to her whether she then wants to carry on with you on your journey of enlightenment, kindness, knowledge, and the sharing of tolerance in the world. That is your mission. Percy, you've been traveling for days, very excited that the priest has been praising you again and again on the journey, how you're going to shine the light of the light bearer on all of the Empire, and they will love you as we all love you, as all of the men in your barracks love you. You're just super excited, and you've approached from the west. You crossed over a huge bridge to get to the let me just get a drink. Yeah, you travelled over a huge bridge to get here, and you could see boats sailing under the bridge as you walked over it. It was incredible. Krishni made, obviously, because only the sacrifices of the Krishni people could possibly build something so amazing as this bridge. And then you've travelled into a deep gorge, which just turns into a larger and larger valley. The mountains rising. I mean, Krishni is on far flatter land than the Empire, though you hear that beyond Angmei, the lands do go in much lower and much smoother terrain. Whereas here at the border, some of the mountains are so high they're touched with ice and snow, though nobody ever travels that high apart from maybe some of the journeymen. So you've travelled to Loche, and you've arrived, and you with great honour you're accepted. Everyone bows to you, which is a strange ceremonial requirement. However, you've been told by the priest you must bow in return. So as you arrive, one of the house maids sort of bows to you. Welcome, people of Krishni, to Loche. It is with honour we receive you today. They bow twice more. Do you bow back?
I bow back, yeah.
Okay. They bow again.
Thank you very much for this noble opportunity and honor you've given me.
Your accent is strange, but you are welcome and honored here. They take you. Where is your mummy and daddy?
I was taken as a child, selected to go into the military barracks of the light bearer.
Let me. She interrupts you. Let me take you to your room, honourable guest.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you might carry on talking, but she's not listening. Seb, you and Quiggle arrived a couple of days ago, and you've been basically sort of getting ready for the set, making sure the acoustics are good. You've been basically preparing yourself. This is it. This is your opportunity. No one knows quite what to expect. Some guests have been arriving. Chungay is quite excited. You haven't met Chungay. However, his daughter Z has been to see you just to say hi. She seems lovely. Distracted, but we'll come back to that. But yeah, so no one really speaks to you. The other servants just basically give you space. No one seems to be particularly upset by your race. That's just not how they operate here in the Empire. In fact, there's no other nation on the planet that has such a diverse range of races. Everyone is judged by their actions and their words, not by their race and their origins. That's folly. So you've basically been keeping to yourself. There's no one really here for you to interact with. Quiggle made the deal, and then basically he's been keeping separate. He's been talking quite a lot to a Kenku trader that seems to be almost based here. A Kenku trader called Russ Bucker, and Russ is a classic Kenku, but wears really fine clothes, massive beak, because the Kenku are a bird-like race, but flightless. He's you hear that he basically is a trader for a massive trade organization led by Krek Longbeak, and he watches you, but he never speaks to you. And you're preparing. Griff, you've travelled from Angmei as well on your pilgrimage with Tao Li. You travel in silence, as you always do. Frivolous words are not required. You're finding your peace and your harmony. Along the way, you find yourself joining a caravan within which has a number of traders heading out into the Krishni lands, and in amongst that, you see in a caravan on the back, you notice that there's a pink-haired gnome that basically just sits there talking to himself most of the time. Every once in a while, this graceful owl-like figure, one of the journeymen, the owl folk that you're aware of, comes flying down, speaks to the gnome, turns, spreads her wings, and flies off again to continue to scout ahead. This is fine. And so Millhouse, Lily, you find yourself in the company of a elven martial arts specialist who wears robes but carries a sword, and alongside him, and the only person that he speaks to is this impressive golden dragonborn male wearing this sort of ceremonial armor with the twin swords, looking absolutely fierce. You are used to peaceful lives. You are aware of the monastic order of samurai that reside within Angmei, though you've never really spoken to them. They keep it to themselves. You see them quite a lot worshipping at the wishing tree. You haven't had a chance to speak yet because while you're in the same caravan, you're quite different on different part of the caravan. There's a lot of horses in this caravan. You tend to find that the traders go into large groups as they leave Krishni, and one by one you make your way to Lo She. For you, Lily, you easily see it in the distance, the towering building of Lo She. You've seen it before. You've flown over these lands. The towering pillars of Angmei rise even higher still than Lo She itself, and the flags of the Empire flutter. The red flags of the Empire flutter in the breeze, this delicate breeze. The winds here never get too fierce. It's almost as if the winds themselves fear to upset the locals, and so they always just keep a calm weather here that allows you to lead a fairly peaceful existence. For the rest of you, it's quite a climb to reach the summit of Lo She, and once you do, you're rewarded with a beautiful image of Angmei behind you, and then if you look out ahead, you can see sort of the infinite expanse of the Krishni nation. Much lower slung, rounded buildings, domed buildings. In the distance, you can see huge Buddha-like forms of light bearers in every town that you can see. The sky is clear. There's a sun that warms without burning. The breeze is gentle. There's a few clouds that tickle the sky to give it texture, but you find yourself just absorbing a moment of peace in this beautiful place. The three of you are gathered together. The other traders are sent on their way, but the three of you, Millhouse, Lily, and Griff, are brought together. Tao Li leads the way, and one of the servants comes out and greets you. Tao Li, welcome. Tao Li, it is with honor to have one of your order here. Thank you so much for coming. Lord Chang'e has been expecting you. Please come. We have the tea now in the reception room, and then feast shall commence. Do you wish your rooms? You just all stand there, not sure what to say.
You're addressing all of us. Oh.
Yes. Gnome, do you wish your room?
Yeah, yes, please.
You come. One of the servants takes you to a room. So, you come from far?
I am the mighty Millhouse Manastorm. I traveled the entire continent finding as many amazing things as I can.
Well, there is amazing things here, and the eternal fires. They bring many mysteries to us all. By the wishes of the gracious Empress, you will find much here. I'm sure Chang'e is looking forward to meeting you.
Have you got any food?
Oh, we have much food, but we must complete the tea ceremony first. It is the honor of Chang'e to bring
Well, alrighty then.
to pour tea for you first as guests. She takes you off. Another servant. You don't know their names. They don't offer their names, by the way. The servants' names don't really matter. That's not what their caste is not really important for them. Their honor and their joy is to serve you. And you believe that. All of you from the Empire believe that. There's no doubt in your mind. Don't think for a second you think these things are poor, hard done by. These servants are damn lucky to be here at Loche, and they love it. They love the fact that they've got to be servants here. It is a huge honor. There are many worse fates. Lady Owl. It is honor to have you here. Do you require a room or a perch?
Oh, I would take a perch.
Okay, come with me. We go up to roof.
Okay, I'll meet you up there.
Okay, another
Fine.
one. And the first servant that was talking to Tao Li, Master Samurai, you go to a room now?
Like to go to room, yes.
I take you now. She, as this servant walks, she kind of waddles. She doesn't want to look like her feet are moving too much, so she kind of like takes you to your room. Master Samurai, we special room for samurai guests. Please come. They take you to your room. Each of your rooms, by the way, has a bowl of scented water with flowers in it. The bed is a really soft pallet, softer than you've ever seen before. You're aware that there's probably been nobles, dignitaries, maybe even the Empress herself might have slept in one of these beds, because the Empress has been known to come here. Chang'e's family friend of the Emperor before he died, and he was in high esteem when the Emperor was alive. Now that the Empress alive, and there is, as those in the Empire know, a little bit of concern, but obviously no one would dishonor the family to say anything. But there are words spoken in hidden sentences that says some people aren't quite so happy that there's an Empress on the throne now. Percy, it's a right pretty place with some funny smelling flowers. It's nothing like you've ever seen. I mean, everyone has the same thing where you live. Basic pallet, there's a blanket, that's it. This scented water, cushions, it gives you a sense of childlike bliss. Yeah, you basically go around the room just looking at all this. Everything's made of like glazed pottery as well, just beautifully, and everything's intricately designed with pictures. You hear a strange noise coming from downstairs.
Yo, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 sibilant.
Which kind of breaks through your calm. It's a strange sound. You're not quite sure what's going on. There's a knock on your door politely. Once you settle in, you reach the top, Lily. There's a perch on the roof for bird folk, but there's also a lean-to bit with a perch as well, so even if it rains, you're comfortable. And there is also, again here, bowls of warm, scented water for you to be able to clean yourself in, or to paddle in and splash. You notice there's little coal fires underneath each bowl. It's ridiculously detailed and intricately thought out, and there are literally servants whose only job it is to keep these fires hot, just for the warm water, so that whenever you go to your room, there's always warm water that's scented and ready for you. And that is the Empire's way. You'll see this in any noble house. Most of you won't have really done this before, been to a noble's house of this sort of stature. Indeed, he's part of the inner council that basically supports the Empress herself. Sorry. There's a polite knock on the door. So sorry. It's time for the tea ceremony, please.
Room service.
Okay.
Housekeeping.
Seb, you're in this sort of large open room, and you've got this little stage area. As you're preparing, you've been basically making sure that your instrument's tuned, the wheels oiled. Sometimes it squeaks a little bit, which interferes with the resonance chamber in your instrument. You don't like that. And obviously, this is the first time you've performed in the Empire, and they probably don't know what they're expecting.
Right on, man. They're going to love it.
One of the servants. Any drink you wish before your performance, sir?
Yeah, I'll have vodka and Coke, mate.
Sorry, say again. Accent. You're not from here.
Alcohol. Some of that.
Yeah. Saki?
Maybe later, mate. I'm not used to the groupies coming on so strong.
I know group I want. I get you sake. She shows about this little clear liquid and puts a tiny little, like a little dainty glass on the side of a table. And then just kind of
knock it back.
Backs off. Okay. You ready? Need anything? You let us know. Okay.
Right.
You make your way down. At the moment, there's a little a couple of musicians just basically strumming notes. There's like a droning melody. You hear it. You in your head. You're like, it's coming out your head. You enter this room and there's like a low table with cushions that you have to kneel on to drink. There's one for you. You notice there's two tables. There's like a larger table where there's like a throne cushion with a raised bit, and that's Chungai's. And then the more honourable guests sit there. So Tao Li, your master, Griff, sits there. You, however, are much younger and of less standing. You are put on this lower table. A couple of things you notice as you enter the room. There's a small stage, and there's a monstrous half-orc standing on the stage, holding some sort of strange instrument. He's basically just kind of like tuning it. He's got his strange black eye makeup on his eyes, and it's certainly an unusual image to see. And he's got like a weird instrument that the strings, unlike the picture I've shown, the strings aren't actually visible. There's loads of invisible strings, but there's loads of buttons all down the side, and a massive wheel that goes into two separate wheels on the back. And he's got like a tube that goes to his mouth, that he just got a little strap that dangles when he's not using it. I don't know if you're going to be using it for this performance, actually, for the piece that you've chosen. And he's got like a little bit of percussive thing, like a little drum thing, and some like little cymbal clashy things on his feet. It's a strange look. It looks absolutely, as far as orcs go, he's quite smooth and clean looking, with very silky. Well, do you want to describe yourself a bit better than I am?
Yeah, so you know how it is. Long hair, finely groomed though. spent hours on my makeup.
The makeup looks great. Really, really good.
And I'm just, I'm sort of tunefully enjoying the background music. It's kind of nice, but at the same time, it just needs a bit more fuzz, you know what I'm saying?
The local musicians, by the way, don't really talk to you. They're a little bit scared of you. But anyway, as you sit down, you also notice there's a small child wearing plate armor or near plate armor with a white cloak. He smells a little bit of goat. He has like a tufty brown hair and this boyish face. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Like you just want to hug him. Oh, he's so adorable, about 3 feet tall. And he's kind of just smiling at everybody. Do you wave or say anything as they come in?
I wave, yeah.
Okay, everybody else, right, starting with Percy and then working way down to Millhouse and Lily and Griff. Give yourself a little description as you come in and you sit down on the ceremonial cushion and you prepare for your cup of tea. Percy.
Okay. As Percy would enter the room, he would take a look around, look at all the intricate detail and the fine, and just the exquisiteness of the place. How it just amazes him all, just looking around like, oh my god.
He looks like this.
He would take note of all the other people sitting in the room as well, thinking like, well, looking at the other creatures and stuff like that as well, and then just waving at them as he's walking past them, like, hello, oh my god. And then as he sits down, he'd be like, ooh.
Percy, there's a dragon sitting down, a gold dragon.
I'll be amazed. He'd be like,
Oh my god. What? What? Dragon?
Yeah, you've never seen a dragonborn before. They're not very common. Krishni has very few races. Basically, mostly human, half-elf, halfling. Mostly, that's it.
and she's just like,
I've only heard stories about these dragons. This is amazing.
Yeah, and then you've got a glowing pink gnome. You've got an owl lady and a dragon. Yeah. So okay. Anything else about your description before we move on to Millhouse?
no, pretty much.
Okay, Millhouse.
Right. I am 3 foot tall. I've got
Similar in height to you, Percy.
cracking pink beard and moustache going on. You don't know what kind of hair I've got. It could be a mohawk, you don't know, because I'm wearing this fantastic wizard hat that's also purple.
Oh.
I mean, if you've seen my picture, it's pretty much just like that. Very over-exaggerating, kind of like over-the-top wizard look. And I'm constantly smiling.
So, smiling Percy, and then smiling Millhouse.
But I look super intelligent.
Yeah, one looks super intelligent, one just looks gorgeous and charming like a small child that you want to hold and read bedtime stories to.
I'm also, I look quite young. But you can tell that I'm not that young.
So you got like smooth baby skin, but then a beard and a goatee. Whatever.
Yeah. I look like a child, but as I said, I got a cracking beard going on.
What colours have you got? A robe?
Yeah, it's all purple. Purple and black.
You got purple and black wizard's robe and a wizard's hat. Oh my god. Yeah. And your pink hat, beautiful. Okay, Lily? Oh, and the owl lady comes flying into the room, lands and just gracefully walks over and perches down on the cushion. And looks like...
I look like gorgeous, first of all. I am of snowy owl appearance, but I have bright golden eyes, and I'm about 5-ish foot. Birds don't know height very well, so numbers are not my thing.
This campaign.
And I'm quite ditzy, so I haven't really paid attention to anyone at the moment. No. I'm just wondering about the world.
Yeah, so you just basically huge golden eyes, just nice. And silky like white feathers. Did you say hello to anybody?
Oh, there's things. Hello. How are you? Please ignore my exaggeration of O's. I am a bird. Twitoo.
I love everyone's accents. Everyone's going over the top. Griff. Oh, you're Samurai. Introduce yourself, Samurai.
I am Griff, and I am training to be an honorable samurai. My master is Tali. Master Tali.
Tali.
Has brought me to this place. I am pleased to be here with you. You can see I am 6 foot at least. Golden dragon born. I believe in honor. Kick-ass fighter.
Oh, you fighter? We fight. Fight honorable.
I am fighter honor.
Do you have a big moustache?
I like to think I have long moustache. Whiskers, dragon whiskers.
You start to mumble to each other, just sort of vague greetings. Everybody seems quite charming, and
I'm not a great talker. I listen.
one of the servants stands up. None of them have names that you care about. Lord Chargen, now commence the ceremony of tea.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
You notice that Chao Jen and his daughter Z. Z sits with you, by the way. So there's one of the honourable ladies. She sits with you rather than on the head table, so that one of his family is obviously on both tables, because that's the honourable thing to do. You need to make sure you feel special too. And they're both elves. They're both Asian elves. I can show you what. Do you want to know what Z looks like?
Yeah.
Z looks like this when it comes up. She is she's got kind of like a faraway expression. Her ears are quite exaggerated with her short golden hair. Comely but not overly beautiful. She's not like a vision of angel, but she certainly looks well apportioned. She's wearing like a golden dress, incredibly exquisite and detailed, and she's sort of sits with you, and make perception rolls. Actually, everyone make perception rolls. First roll of the game.
I'm not gonna lie, I've forgotten how to do this.
As have I.
Exclamation mark C space perception.
Good spelling, Harry.
I'm using one hand, alright? Jeez.
With one hand, he's spelling with the other hand. He's casting a powerful spell.
Well, I got 0.
The first roll is a nat 1 with a -1. Wait, hang on. Are you playing a paladin with fucking negative wisdom modifier?
Yeah, it's charisma. It's a charisma caster.
My
Paladins are charisma casters? Oh,
I know.
I thought paladins were wisdom casters.
No, that's why Asimir are good as paladins and sorcerers. Yeah, they're not wisdom based like clerics. Otherwise, he'd be fucked. And
I don't notice anything.
that's why hobbits make quite good paladins.
God, does D&D 5e need any more charisma casters then? Jesus.
Yeah, I know. Sorcerers, bards,
Sorcerers, bards, bloody
and
paladins.
Yep, I know.
5.
Did anyone get any number at all? Hold on, I need to bring up the Discord chat.
Yeah, 16.
Who did?
That's a number last I checked. Not I.
Oh, Millhouse and Seb. So both of you. Oh, Millhouse is gone. He's disappeared.
Sorry, water.
Got to get his tea.
How did you burn yourself?
I did some
Thorsten
burgers and then
fell and I caught it, and I
Ah.
burnt my entire hand's worth of fingers.
Are you all right, mate?
I've got a big line on my thumb.
Oh,
Jesus.
nice.
Have you spoken to your mum about that?
Yeah, she said it should. Like, you meant to
Dad
go on
mode,
tour,
not DM mode anymore. Hold on. Yeah.
but yeah, it still hurts after like 2 hours. So I don't know.
Yeah, you basically just
Yeah.
run it under cold water. It's
Yeah.
gonna fucking suck.
That is.
Um,
Yeah, you've burnt.
Yeah, I've got
You've
some more in
internally
the
burnt that.
at the moment.
You
so,
do. You do know your mum's like a trained professional NHS
I've already messaged
person.
her.
All right.
She's
Okay.
slow replier. She's a slow replier.
there's not a lot we can do for it.
Remind
It's
you
really
about
bad.
it.
Yeah.
It's like when I
I'm a
burnt,
grown man.
I burnt
can
all of
do
that,
what
and
I
I
want.
went to the doctor, and they were just like, "Yeah, you burnt it. There's nothing we're doing for it. Just deal with it."
Yeah,
Just
just
in
gonna let
case
it
you
go.
didn't realise you've burnt it, but your mum is, in case you forgot,
Yeah.
NHS paramedic.
Yeah, but anyway,
Really?
talking about Jess, talking about you were saying about the caster thing with Percy. The way it is basically he's so vacuous.
Yeah.
He lacks any intelligence or wisdom, so that he basically is like an open chamber between his charisma and his god. So he basically is just like prays, and there's no resistance. So the God's powers just can come straight into him because there is nothing in the way. There's no ego. There's nothing. It's just basically
There's nothing in the way.
there's nothing in the way. But yeah, so Seb and Millhouse, you both noticed that
Greetings.
Z has a beautiful smile, but the smile doesn't go as far as her eyes. Her eyes look deathly sad. Obviously, you can't say anything because that would be dishonourable, and that's not the way of the Empire. But she's showing a smile. That's the honourable thing to do. She doesn't wish to have her troubles expressed outwardly, but you can see, and also you notice that her eyes are quite deep set and a little bit haunted looking. Something's not quite right about the eyes. You're not sure what it is. Apart from just looking sad, they also look very distant and a little bit sort of dazed. Would any of you, Seb only, can you make a survival check? This is based on a city survival, not wilderness survival. Make a survival check.
I have no idea what the difference is.
There's nothing on the stat. Don't worry about it. It's just narrative wise. You just do
12?
12. Okay. You've seen this sort of look before, usually on hookers.
I'm gonna look at her and I'm just gonna nod my head a little bit, and then go back to tending to my weapon of choice.
Yeah, she turns and just nods honourably to you. The tea ceremony commences. Chung Jae goes around with a big pot of tea and basically pours the tea to his guests on his table. Z stands up and takes a pot and similarly goes to each of you and pours a cup of tea in front of you. And as you notice on the head table, as the tea is poured, each person bows in gratitude. So Percy, Z comes to you, pours you tea. Lily,
Oh, thank
Z comes to you, pours you tea. Millhouse, Z comes to you, pours you tea.
Namaste.
And Griff, Z comes to you, pours your tea.
Hey, hey.
Okay, and sit. Jen, ciao, Jen. And someone comes over to you. Z will come over to you, Seb, because you are there as a guest as well, and to perform. It would be dishonourable to ignore you. Someone brings you a tea cup. Quick, one of the servants hastily does it. You can tell that this wasn't part of the plan. You're not supposed to get a cup of tea, but as you looked at Z and she looked at you, she summoned over someone to give you a tea. Pours your tea. We look forward to your performance. Great musician.
Oh, yeah. Cheers, love.
Yeah, very good. Sit down. So she sits down, and the musicians keep. You occasionally hear like a
1, 2, 1, 2.
in the background. Just very subtle. He's trying to be really subtle about it while sipping his tea. But you need to make sure the sound's right when it commences. And yeah, so you all sit around. So you guys are on the same table together. Z turns. So tell me, guess what bring you here? You paladin, child man.
Living child.
Why
Man boy.
why are
man
you here in the Empire? You are from Krishna, yeah?
Oh, yes, I am from Klishny. I displayed some experiences, incredible skill, and it turns out that I must live and die by the Bearer's Light. The Bearer's Light is a great thing, so I'm off on this adventure to help spread the light, and this is my first stop.
I see. So you are a pilgrim.
All sorts, yes.
I see. Are you an adult?
Kinda.
Well, you have been a good boy. and you gnome, what is you are a wizard, yes?
Greetings! Yes, I am on a great path to show the world all the magical amazingness of magic.
Magic is good. I believe musician today use magic and music together. We very excited.
I am very looking forward to it then.
Yeah, yes. And what is your journey? Why are you here?
I am just trying to find more knowledge.
Knowledge is good. The quest for
Knowledge,
knowledge is
power.
honorable. Power. Well, power is through family and honor.
Yes.
Sure.
And you're beautiful, Ow. Your eyes. I love your eyes.
Hello.
Hello.
My eyes. They're golden.
They are. What is your journey? Why are you here?
Oh, thank you for asking again. I was a bit distracted. Well, I am summoning. Summoning? What? No. I am accompanying. Oh my god, I can't speak. Jesus.
It's okay. The tea is strong. Finest leaves.
I am going with the wizard to.
Greetings!
No, my
Right.
time to go to the borders of the Low Shi estate. I'm very sorry. This tea is very good, though.
It's it's very fine. You are a very gracious bird and person. Sorry, bird folk. You are owl folk, yes?
Yes.
I see you sometimes travel down from Ang Mei.
Yes, I am from around.
Are you a journeyman?
I am, but we must keep it neutral. I am a journey owl person thing.
Journeyman
You know?
is not gender neutral. You're right, but it is an honorific rather than a gender definition. But I
Yes.
said a journey owl.
Yes, that's better.
I see. And
But it's very.
okay. See, yeah. And samurai. It's great honor have you here from your monastery in Ang Mei. What is your journey here?
I have trained with my masters all over the empire. Come here
I see.
I come here today with Master and Master Tao Li, and I am undergoing new training from Master Tao Li to take me on my journey of seed, which is righteous enlightenment for samurai.
I see. Most honorable indeed. It is. I watch your journey with great anticipation. good luck. Thank you. You finished the tea. The tea is gorgeous. It's really strong, flavoured, sweetened with a little bit of lemon, if you require it. And there's some
Good
oils
tea.
that you can apply. Tea, good. Yeah.
Good tea.
And then Chungay stand up, and it goes ding 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 ding. Honoured guests, honoured guests. You notice, by the way, as you're talking to Z, that the Kenku trader Russ looks over to your table quite a lot. In fact, only Millhouse and Seb noticed that, but Seb, you don't care. You're nervous. You're getting ready for your gig. Honor guests, it is time. We have very special guests to come perform for you today during our feast. As he perform, we bring out food for you to celebrate. All the goods here come from Empire farmers and traders. It is good, and obviously it is important you come here, talk business, and network, and meet each other, so that we can make sure that all our nations and all of our companies work together to create a prosperous future. So please make sure you mingle, and as the performance goes on, I am told it is unique performance from continent of Lorendal, very far away, very special guest, and as Fu come out, we introduce him. Okay, over to you. Okay, you come up the stage. You're ready. Go.
You alright? Cheers, love. Yeah, this is one that me and a couple of travelling folk wrote. They're not here anymore. Don't remember what happened to them really, but yeah, it goes like this.
Okay, he starts turning his wheel, and initially there's like a funny grinding noise, and then it sort of turns into something far more tuneful. Oh.
It gets better, I promise. It gets much better. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. What do you do? It's quite loud, the music. It's just like his instrument has some sort of resonance chamber that creates this distorted sound out of this grinding thing, and he's just some of the guys on the other table were holding their tea going, is it finished? Oh. Okay. What do you do? Cast any spells?
Yeah, I've got prestidigitation, so I can make like small sparks of like fireworks pop up now.
Okay. You see fireworks, magical fireworks, start appearing. You're kind of like nodding along. You've never heard anything like this in your life. It's.
Can I
You kind of feel like what's
Can I
that?
cast Minor Illusion?
Yeah. What are you gonna make happen?
Behind him, I want to cast a giraffe with a Mohican doing this.
Okay. As you're playing, a giraffe appears behind you, and a massive Mohican just starts going. That's not your spell, but you see this little gnome in the corner going.
I'm gonna rock out with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
He stands up next
Next boy,
to
let's
you.
go.
The pair of you kind of like go together and start moshing in unison. Giraffe and guitarist just like properly going out for it. More fireworks start exploding. As they're playing, it's very loud. You notice that food starts coming out, servants bringing out food. They look terrified. They're like, maybe, is it stop? Is it stop? No, it's not stop. Z is like staring like this.
What's in heaven?
And now we're going to slow down a little bit. This one's for my giraffe.
Yeah, the giraffe is now kind of like bobbing from side to side. Are you
Actually,
gonna...
I'm going to turn it into a giant cobra.
Oh wow! As the giraffe, as its head turns, it shivers and you start seeing scales appear on it. Oh! Head table just starts clapping. You're like, I'm not doing this shit. But it works really well.
I'll go along with it.
Okay. More fireworks start going off, and this snake is now slithering around and coiling around you as you play. Now all the food's out, and you find yourself sort of sitting. Z leaves the table. I must go to ladies' room. Thank you. Z stands up to leave. Everyone make perception rolls. If you can hear me over the beautiful music, make perception rolls.
What is this wizardry?
You feel
I'm
quite
too busy.
You're not sure what's going on, but forget about it, Seb. You're like,
What's a perception roll again? Exclamation mark.
Roll another one, Brendan!
oh, by the way, Brandon, you re-roll ones.
Well, I
He didn't roll a 1. He didn't roll a 1.
He rolled a 2!
All right, okay.
-1!
22.
Oh, of course, you're a halfling, aren't you?
I
So you
got
can reroll.
23.
Okay, Griff, you notice Russ, the Kenku, get up from the table as he does, and starts heading off. Sort of pretends to go and talk to somebody else, and then makes their way round and out the same door that Z's just left.
I'm assuming I noticed it too, seeing as I got 23.
Oh yeah, you notice it too. Absolutely, yeah. They've both gone together. Millhouse, you've noticed everything so far. You're like this as you're casting your spells.
What do you mean I'm rocking on right now?
Oh yeah. Do you take your
I'll
hands
get on
off?
the table 1 minute and be like, yeah.
Yeah, you notice that these guys seem to be digging it quite a lot, especially the gnome. The gnome's like, Griff, you think this music would be quite good to fight to. You find it quite inspiring.
I do not understand the serpent. No, it is here from giraffe serpent.
Is there any other magic you want to cast before he finishes the music?
What serpent is this?
The serpent at the end sprouts massive wings and turns into a dragon, like a golden dragon, and it breathes fire all around outside.
Definitely what I was saying. Yeah.
Show off.
The music stops. There's utter silence for a few moments. Then the musicians start
I'm
picking.
gonna go to the toilet.
The other musicians kind of like picking up their music again.
And that'll make you feel inadequate, won't it, boys?
There's a few people clap. Do you clap?
Yeah.
Thank you, Honourable Seb, for unusual, unique performance. I shall be telling all my honoured nobles about your special performance. It was an honour to hear you.
Thanks, Gov. It's real kind of you. I went selling a little bit of merch out the back. If anyone's interested, you get my face on your tunic.
I'm sure many take that up. Very entrepreneurial. Very good. Thank you. What? Why I hire him? What? Okay. A lot of people did actually enjoy it, Seb. Some of the servants invite you to come over and sit at the table with these lower caste guests. You basically sit where Z was sitting because she seems to have disappeared.
Well, I was saying, I said I wanted to go to the toilet so I could have a look where they went.
Sneaky.
Right. As you go to sit down, the little gnome nods to you, smiles, and just leaves through a door. As you do, you notice Z come back in. You notice, using your roll perception roll to save you rolling it again, you notice it looks like she's been crying just a little bit, but she's wiped it away and reapplied very quickly a little bit of makeup to hide it. But you notice it, you're like, yep. little bit of tears there.
I see. Ooh.
Yeah. You sit down and you eat. Do you introduce yourselves to this mighty mythical musician? There's a child child in armor. There's a person who looks like a dragon. There's a bird woman and a gnome with pink hair.
Oh,
Pink beard.
right, guys. How you doing today, eh? You good?
Greetings. Very nice music you came out there, Bard.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks for the extra little performance go better juice. You know what I'm saying?
You're welcome. I like any sort of magic.
Good.
Z comes back and sits down, shuffles up next to you. On the
sorry,
cushion.
love. You want your seat back?
No, it's okay. It's okay. You'll find your guest. Your music very original.
I've got to go for a second.
Okay, ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Yeah.
Just imagine Percy's going toilet.
No, I think Percy's just vacant. He's just like
Yeah, makes sense.
Percy go wee wee.
Percy go wee wee. Yeah.
Percy go wee now.
Yeah, look, he's sitting there. He's holding. He's got a little teddy bear of the light bearer, and he just. Yeah, very entrepreneurial. How much your merch?
Oh yeah, it's not that much. It's a couple of copper for a tunic. You can get it signed for an extra silver.
Why sign? Why would I do that?
Oh, you can prove that you have met me. Then it'll be worth something on the market. I hope one day.
Okay, very good, very good. The dragon just stare at you. The owl stares at you. The gnome grins at you, and the halflings disappeared. Gone for wee wee.
I have a question for you. What are you?
Well, I mean, I'm like one of them orcs, but not quite all the way there. I'm there where it matters, though. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
I'm a half orc.
Oh, okay, that might be alright.
Yeah, but the half that matters, you see.
Wait a second.
I do not see. What see? I do not see.
So are you mostly orc? Or mostly what?
Yeah. My dad was an orc. My mum, not an orc. Me. Right?
Wow, that must have been very painful.
What was your mum?
I don't really know, mate. She, well,
I don't...
as soon as it was found out that, she given birth not to an orc, my dad was an orc, yeah, they just outright tried to kill us, you know? It was real good fun. I'm sure it was just a misunderstanding, I'm sure.
You bring dishonor to your family and your
Yeah, by
village.
being born, yeah. Yeah, it was really my choice, that one.
Very dishonorable.
I don't want to say this, but orcs are like... I don't really like
Like big
them.
brutes who run around killing anything that in an orc. I know, trust me. That's why I'm here.
Okay, as long as you're a nice orc.
Well, we accept all here.
The Empire is very multiracial. I mean, the owl has a particular scars with orcs. Yeah, due to past skirmishes. There are wild orcs to the south of Angmei who still live on the fringes. In the cracks between Krishni and the Empire, there's a number of little sort of blights that are hard to get rid of. Especially orcs and goblins, they basically live in some of the mountains that the civilized folk don't go to. And, I mean...
Relax, love. The worst that I can do to you is offer you a perch to sit on for the night, if you know what I mean.
Oh no. I'm getting... before life flashback.
You see, she starts ruffling her feathers, looking a bit uncomfortable at that.
Suddenly I feel a strange Texan accent coming on.
The music starts to die down. The food is exquisite, by the way. You're feasting away. There's quite a lot of fruit and vegetables here, which, Seb, you don't find that great. But there is some decent meat as well. It's all been cooked quite well. Very spiced meats, lots of marinated meats. Everything's... Any what?
Lemmings?
There's no lemmings, no, sorry.
No.
And all the food's dead. You prefer live food, but this will do. I mean, you are used to eating like this when you have to.
And you call orcs barbaric? Christ.
Well, I just thought this was a high establishment.
Yeah, most people tend to eat things once they're dead.
But bird.
Please tell me you don't do that thing where they like regurgitate into each other's mouths.
I have not had the opportunity. No.
No, she's not had any eggs yet. Not that have hatched.
I slightly turn my head away and keep eating.
Don't worry, I shall go back to being distracted.
Okay. The owl starts just looking away again. The rest of the feast goes on. Is there anything else anyone wants to say to anybody before we move on?
How was relieving yourself? How was Wee Wee? Feel better now?
I'm sorry, what?
Someone tell me why there's a kid here. My performances can usually get a little bit raunchy, should we say? I had to dial it back. Well, you know, it's not uncommon for musicians such as myself to come on stage wearing far less than...
Are you famous? Where you come from?
Yeah, real famous. You know, my dad, he was a big deal back in Apollos. Pretty sure he's dead.
I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he died honourably.
Horribly? Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Honourably. Accents. I apologise.
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably say I'm more sort of infamous than famous over there.
Again,
but
your father died without honour?
I don't know. I ran away as they were bringing out the ropes and the chains, the mace, the nutcracker, the grinding wheel. Yeah, I ran away after they brought out the 6-foot shears.
You ran away, you have no honour.
Yeah, well, you know what? Well, at least my honour is intact, so to say. His not so much. Neither's the rest of his body. He's half the man he used to be. Literally.
Did he die a fighting warrior's death?
No, he died ball-gagged, tied up, and snapped in half.
Z looks a bit kind of, I'm not feeling too good. I go back to my room now, but it's been great honour to have tea with you and serve you tea in our house. Please make sure you stay here tonight, and then tomorrow on your way, have good journey, good life.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks, love.
Sure.
As she goes to leave, but before she gets to the door, a door from outside opens, and a servant comes rushing in, dripping with sweat. Sorry to interrupt. Chenja Gay, why are you here? Why are you here, not down? Must talk with Honourable Lord in private. Something happened. Need to speak with Honourable Lord. Hey! Okay. He stands up. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy rest of food. Goodbye. He goes up and he leaves. Tao Li kind of just nods. Hi. He looks across. Griff, food good? Griff, food good?
Food good, master.
Hey! Good.
Hey.
Chung Li returns. Honourable guests. Lower table. Upper table. Upper table, come with me. We have problem. He comes running over to lower table. It would do me honour if you would stay here and keep an eye on my daughter, Z, for me, please.
Yeah, no worries, Gov. Leave it with us.
There has been a situation on border, and I must go.
No worries, Your Honour.
Tao Li stands up. I come with you, Lord. I protect you. Griff, you stay here, protect daughter.
Hey, Master.
Hey.
I stay protect. Hey.
He goes and gathers his weapons. You haven't got any weapons with you, by the way. They have to be left at the door. Tao Li runs over, grabs his swords, straps them on. We go! Everyone's just like, what's happening? Z comes over. Father, what's going on? What's going on? He turns to his daughter. The Krishni, they have attacked! They have attacked us on the border! You keep an eye on him! Points to the paladin. You keep eye... Samurai! Keep eye on Krishni paladin. We go!
I'm gonna run over and pick up my swords.
No hostility here, friends.
Yeah, everyone's looking at you funny. You're like still smiling at everyone, hoping that everyone will like you.
We are in a peaceful place. Please do not resort to violence.
Gertie, I feel like I should be able to like whistle and Gertie just come running in.
Yeah, they all leave, and as they do, you go over to try and get your you're going to get the Gertie whistle out.
Yeah, this is a Gertie whistle.
Okay, you get out Gertie whistle. Go make the call. You hear, and a door smashes open, and a goat stands in the doorway. Puts his head down.
Start feeding Gertie some food.
Okay, yeah, Gertie starts eating from the table, just like nuzzling around the hors d'oeuvres and the beautiful pastries. Just getting bits of rice on and sort of spiced meats on her mouth. Ah, blah, blah, blah.
Your horse is very small.
This is the best steed I've ever owned.
Yeah, so basically the goat looks like almost like a horse that a cavalryman would ride, but really, really small, with little horns and a bit of a fierce-looking face. It's got a little bit of like leather armor over its chest, and which goes around into its saddle. So it's got like a bit of frontal protection, and you can see that the horns are quite strong and forward pronounced. This looks like a goat that's had a few battles. Looks pretty gnarly and tough. Makes a funny bleating noise. The intelligence level between the paladin and the goat is quite similar. You're not sure which way round it is. Okay, so all of the honoured guests on the head table start heading their way down. The horses start coming out. Tao Li comes to you, Griff. We leave now.
Master.
Keep eye. Something smell funny. Yeah.
I thought it was the first course, but okay.
No, that good. Tastes good. Good food.
Not like we have back home. No.
No.
Okay. I get my swords and I protect.
Okay. They all start to leave. You don't know why you haven't been invited, but it's too dishonourable to ask. Seb, you're just sitting there eating food. All this sort of stuff's going on around you. The servants come over to you. If you want, you go back to your rooms and rest up now until honourable warriors return. Or if you wish to leave, you can. But we prepare you for staying tonight, so we have room for you. So the time's about 2 o'clock. So you've been feasting during the day. So you basically had like a lunchtime dinner, starting with the tea ceremony. They tend to have the larger meals during the day in the Empire, and quite a few courses. So sometimes the feast will start at midday, and they'll go on to 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the evening, and they'll just basically just eat little bits and talk. In fact, you don't think that this probably should have been ended yet, apart from the fact that they've now had to prematurely do it. Yeah, so there's still quite a few courses lying around. There's a lot of food out, far more food than was required for the number of guests, but they're all in little small portions. If you want, you can grab a couple of little morsels and then you make your way back to the room. So do you guys, I'm going to go around and ask you going back to your room, or are you doing anything else? So Percy, you've got a Dragonborn looking at you.
A little Percy.
I'm gonna go back to my room now. Gertie, come with me.
I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna escort. I'm gonna follow and act as escort to him and stand outside his
You
room.
don't need to follow me. No, you don't need to follow me.
I have my orders. I have my honorable master's orders. I stay with you. Where you go, I go.
What about free will?
What about free will?
You and I have very different concepts of honor. I follow you. I stand guard.
You can stand outside my door, but you're not coming
I will
in.
do what master say.
It's mine and Percy, mine and Gertie's private time.
That is too much information.
Okay, Percy and Gertie, you make your way kind of a little bit downtrodden back to your room with this giant hulking Dragonborn man, samurai, with his two katana swords, one each side of his hip, walking with you. You've got as the door opens, by the way, you notice inside he has like an arsenal of weapons leaning against the wall, including a massive lance, swords, war picks. This guy is stacked with weapons, even though he looks like a child.
I don't look.
Yeah, he closes the door quickly.
Your weapon is mighty impressive. Oh.
I know. Thank you.
Okay, Seb. One of the servants comes to you. You'll go back to your room now. Performance amazing.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah. I just want that plate of meat over there.
Certainly. Grabs plate.
That one over there, and I will take that bowl of punch.
Okay, another servant comes over, grabs the punch. Okay, you've got just 2 servants with you now. Okay,
let's go. Thanks, guys. I can carry one of them if you want. You know.
You see Quigley, who was at the head table, just comes over to you quickly. Hey, that was actually a pretty great performance. I loved
told
it.
you would be.
Yeah, here's your 8 gold.
Oh yeah, nice.
Receive 8 gold.
Where do I put that?
That's the most you've ever been paid for a gig, by the way. By
that
a
is
stretch.
Oh yeah, it feels good. That first taste of fame. You know how it is.
No, I don't.
Oh.
But 8 gold, not a lot in Empire, so you should do well.
Can I have a tip then, please?
You got away with words, you have, haven't you?
Well, I'll look out for you. Make you rich and famous. I will. My name's not Quigley.
What's his name then?
Quigley. By the way, you stand outside his room. There's a servant standing next to you. Just head down. You go back to your room, sir.
I stay here, master. Give me order.
Okay, I'll wait here. If you need anything, you let me know. Another servant is with you, Lily. Batu Perch.
Yes, I shall fly up there now.
Okay. Servant tries to help you, but you just basically leave the door at the bottom there of the building and just sort of fly and bank up to the top. As you do, make a perception roll. Just you. Millhouse. Servant comes up to you. Honorable wizard, magic user.
Greetings. Have you got any libraries?
We do have library. It would be honored to take you to library.
Good. I'd love to read some books.
22.
Okay. You 22. You notice that Z and Russ have walked off into a wooded area together.
naughty.
What, the elf and the Kenku? Oh, it's a half elven Kenku. It's just like a bird elf.
Oh my god!
I mean, if you can have a half orc.
Half elf, half human.
The servant takes you up some stairs, and there's a small. There's like a lot of the walls here are just like partitions of coloured papers and wood, and they move it to one side, and you go in there, and there's like some cushions and some reading books. There's a few books on the history. There's nothing magical. There's no magical text here. It's mostly stories, so novels, fiction-based stories. Obviously, Chen Gay likes to read novels. Yeah, you start having a read. There's nothing much of interest here. It's not an arcane library of any sorts. He has no house wizard. He's not. To be honest with you, you've heard that from talking generally while you've been here, brief time you've been here. Chen Gay's not here that often. He's often in the capital, or out travelling, or in Krishni. And you know, there's a hell of a hotspot here of trade, and if anything kicks off usually between Krishni and the Empire, it usually happens. A lot of the trading and the neutral ground is held here at Loche. So even if there's a full-on war nearby, but between factions within the two nations, the two countries will still meet here in peace and talk through what's happened and try and find common ground to move forward. It is a pretty beautiful place. You'll go back to your rooms. Everything goes real quiet, and then make perception rolls. Everybody.
Another one.
This one's not going to be good.
It's been about an hour now. Seb, you've just finished the last course of food.
Jeez, I've got a 22, a 23, and a 22 for perception.
Jesus,
Well,
you are perceptive.
I've got a nat 1, a 2, and a 4.
That's brilliant. I got a 3.
I got 17.
Seb?
Seb got a 11 plus.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
So
I've got 16.
Yeah, Seb
He got 16. She got 16, yeah.
Okay, Seb, Lily, and of course, Millhouse the Magnificent. Marnerstorm. Millhouse the Marnerstorm. You suddenly are startled. It's been about an hour or so since everyone left for this whatever altercation that's happened at the border. And you suddenly hear yelling from in the woods. So, where's my money, child? Do you want me to tell your father? And then you hear some other, female yelling in return. I didn't know. I thought it was here. Please, I need more time. I need more time. Griff, you hear some yelling, but you don't know what it is. You notice the servant sort of just cowl slightly. Oh no, not again. Just keeps her head down.
I stand up.
Sounds like there's some crap going down over there. I don't much like the sound of it,
Yeah,
Yes.
Percy, you hear some yelling, but you can't make out anything that's being said.
I stand up immediately,
I just
look at my servant, and say, "Someone's in danger. I must go help."
No, it's okay. It's okay. We must not interfere.
You must not, but I will.
Okay. We must not bring dishonor to house.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye bye now.
Okay, you go running out.
as I follow every order and rule and everything, I'm just going to kind of ignore it because I've been told to. So I'm just going to pray. I'm going to sit there and pray.
Okay, you pray. Seb, what are you doing?
Sounds like the nice lass, so I'm gonna have to go and have a look, see at what's going on over there.
Okay, Griff. You can hear the yelling. You see Seb come out of the room next to
You
you.
can hear him. You rolled a nat 1.
Who?
Griff.
Oh, I know. Basically, no matter what you roll, you hear some yelling. but the role is if you actually hear what they're saying. So you heard what
Right.
they're saying.
Oh,
You
right.
just heard a little bit of like from outside, but it could
Right.
be anything. It's unusual to hear raised voices in such a noble establishment. Seb comes out of his door and starts running down the corridor past you. Lily, what are you doing?
I want to fly down into the woods. I am curious.
Okay, you spread your wings and slowly glide down. As you do, you see a little gnome come running out, his little tiny feet blurring, his hat wobbling.
When I run, I have like a little wiggle like this.
Yeah,
Can I run towards him, put him on my back? Or like fly
no. He's quite heavy, even though he's only 3 foot. He's a gnome. They're quite bulky.
I'm 40 pounds.
I mean, you could do a strength check and try and do that if you wanted to. However, you're not flying at full speed because you're heading towards a wood. That normally
No,
means ouch
Don't
time.
bother.
All right, Seb,
fine.
do you say anything to Griff as you go past, or do you just ignore him?
I'm only 18 kg. That's not heavy.
Hey,
that isn't that heavy, actually. No, you're right.
you're an honourable samurai dude, aren't you? So, what happens if there's a nice young girl being mugged off in the woods by some fucking bird cunt?
Do I hear this as well? As he's out? Do I hear this as well? as
Yes,
he's
you
getting
do
out?
hear that.
Okay,
Because he's an orc Moshe rock singer. No, you haven't actually heard his singing yet. But yeah, his voice is deep and gravelly and quite loud.
And unless I'm very much mistaken, your master said, take care of the girl. Pretty sure that's her. I mean, I got an ear for these kind of things, you know. Sounds exactly like her.
I Forkmaster said for me to look after little magic boy. Okay. Alright.
Tao Lee said look after
Z.
after Z, but there was also a general keep an eye out on that Christy.
Keep an eye on the little fucking Christy shitbag.
Okay, so
I peer the door open as I'm saying this. I'm like,
Me?
we are to look after you, yes. You come with me now. We must see what happened to young lady. Follow.
Okay.
I just jump on Gertie and follow him.
Okay, you run out into the a tree line. You go through. There's basically, if you can see on the map, there's like an archway. It looks like it's going to a building, but what it's actually doing is going through to like a garden area. As you do, it opens out quite suddenly into what looks like an old temple, and you suspect this is probably where one of the main sort of spiritual places for the worshipping of the eternal fires. But there's also, you can see like a crypt door inside of like a worshipping circle. Standing around there, you can see a number of Kenku warriors wearing sort of traveling leather outfits. Their hands are on the hilts of these little swords, and they're looking around like this. They've got their hoods up, but you can see their big beaks. You're quite aware of Kenku, by the way.
Bird people
Lily.
that can't fly. Lame Aarakocras.
Yeah, they're basically like a lesser form of you, Lily. But they haven't inherited quite all of the traits that your noble race has retained. There's suddenly a yelling coming from. You can see a doorway. There's two. So you can see there's like a round archway, and there's two guards there. There's two guards on the steps leading down to it, and where you come out, basically. Oh, hold on. Oh, so you were still visible. Lily, you appear first, and you just kind of hover in the air, and you're the first to see this. And then Millhouse,
Mighty Millhouse?
you kind of appear on the scene, and you can see there's 2 of these Kenku in front of you, and then you can see 4 more further in the distance. And the yelling seems to be coming from right in front of you, down the steps, in this sort of open area, which is sort of in the ground a little bit.
Can I not see the girl at all?
Not at the moment, but there is like a dark entrance. The 2 Kenku come forward.
Greetings, friends.
Oh, there's another one there. You can go. Hold on.
Oh,
No, that's okay. It was one too many for some reason. They come forward. What are you doing? Nothing for you here. This is private business. Be gone with you. No.
The map disappeared for about a fraction of a second, and now it's back. It's fine.
Yeah, that was me.
I'm just here. I heard some sad noises. Is everything okay?
None of your business. Fuck off.
That's not very nice.
Yeah, well, we're not very nice. Fuck off.
Oh.
As you're speaking, you notice a little halfling on a goat come riding towards you with a long striding orc and a dragonborn on the other side of them. No. Hold on. I need to make them visible. Yeah. You're standing there talking, Millhouse.
I was just about to, before anything happens, I was gonna just, do a little charm on someone.
Okay.
Do some peaceful resolving.
Okay, cast spell.
Fuck, sorry, I've got bloody on my hands.
Yeah, you come running up. You go through the archway. So Percy, Seb, and Griff, you come bursting through the archway where you heard the yelling. You can't see any sign of the girl Z at the moment, or Russ, the trader, but you can see there's 6 of these Kenku. 2 of them are kind of like moving forward on Millhouse. He's just standing there talking, going, "Oh, hey!" And then he stops talking and whispers slightly.
We're all friendly here, guys.
He says with his hands wiggling.
Do we see them go to draw their weapons or anything like that?
They've already got their
Are they-
weapons out.
Oh,
Have they already got weapons out? What weapons are they carrying?
They basically carry little short swords.
Little short swords.
And they've got little short bows on their backs as well. As you're talking, the Kenku at the back sort of get their short bows out ready, just holding them like this, with the arrow sort of notched, but with the string not pulled.
Well, I haven't got my sword or my armor, so this is going to be a fun time.
Yeah, I haven't got anything.
I'm going to draw my swords.
did I pick up anything from my room?
You tell me.
Goat.
You hear there's trouble.
You got your goat.
I picked up my lance. Wait, because my lance is always on my goat, so I've got my lance.
No, you're
You have a lance!
he's got a lance, yeah.
You're mounted cavalry! Mounted child goat cavalry!
I can go in and literally.
You're a kid riding a kid!
That is
Very
good.
good.
That is good.
That's very
Right, so sorry, Millhouse. Okay, I'm gonna make a saving throw. Which one are you doing it on?
Whichever one said fuck off to me.
Rolls an 18.
No, what dick.
DC 14.
I try and do it peacefully. This is what I get.
That's okay. That's what you try and do. You can see Millhouse is sort of wiggling his fingers and talking calmly to this Kenku on the left. Let's just all be friends. And the Kenku's like, nah, seriously, fuck off.
But you're not being very nice.
He backs up when he sees you two. Doesn't pay attention to the child on the goat. When he sees when he sees you two arrive, they step back slightly. In fact, they're gonna step back 5 feet.
I was going to say, because I've got intimidation, haven't I?
Well, you haven't used it yet, but just the sheer sight of the orc, and the yeah. I mean, you've got you're fully kitted out. Halfling is, yeah, Bard. You've got nothing with you at the moment. You just kind of ran out of the room, but you've got your powers and your voice.
I've got my instrument, if nothing else.
Your instrument acts as a great axe. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, it does. That's a really good point that I'd completely forgotten.
Yeah, so you can use it as a great axe. Yeah, because basically it's fully made of metal, and then it's got like this blade along the bottom half of it, which is like in the picture. Looks very cool. You don't tend to use it as a weapon, but it is designed to work that way as well. Well, when the Apocrypha gave it to you in that special shop that you went to, full of candles. Okay. You sense a certain tension in the air, and then suddenly you see Z burst out in tears, with Russ like yelling at her. But where is it? What are you gonna do? There's nothing I can do. Please, I need more time. Listen, you've got to get us that money. All right, you've had your drugs. We need your bloody money. You owe us thousands now. He turns.
Greetings.
Yeah, let's go of Z.
You got any drugs for us?
All right.
I sense that's a little bit awkward, eh, chap?
This has nothing to do with you. Be on your way.
And
do not spread this child's dishonor any further. Or the servants know to hide from this. They know the truth. This woman knows us money, and she's not been paying. I thought I could pay. I thought there was family heirlooms here that would cover it. I didn't know there wasn't anything in the family tombs. I'm so sorry. Please, I need more time. You don't have any more time. We've given you months. You know, we're kind. We have respect for your father. We've held back, and you've been taking more and more product from us. I'm sorry. It's all I've got left. Since mother went, and since my brother died, it's just all I've had. Please don't tell my father. Please, the dishonor.
It's already out.
He turns to you.
How much does she owe you?
4,000 gold pieces.
Now.
Are you going to pay her debt?
Oh, you know what, guys? If you give me maybe a couple of years or so, we do a couple of tours, maybe of... Yeah. Maybe yeah, no, I got nothing.
Yeah, well, you can't keep using your father's good name as collateral, Z. You either pay us now or you come with us. Either way, this dishonor must not be spread to your father. Your father is a good man. You are just a weak child, addicted to drugs, unable to face the truth of your family. Please, I'll find more time.
I nudge the samurai. You know, supposed to protect her, right? But would it not be dishonourable to get involved, or should we? As my late dad used to say, should I bash his skull in against the ground until it turns into a fine paste?
As you say that, the two Kenku point their swords at you. Don't think you should fucking do that, mate. We'll slit your throat. Orc or no orc.
I have to say, I am incredibly conflicted here. I feel bad that I should be protecting her. However, she is bringing great dishonor to her family. However, I am also... However, she is bringing great dishonor. I am conflicted.
As they're doing this, can I just start slowly getting closer to them on Gertie?
Yeah, you start cantering forward.
Because they don't know that, they don't realise, and I just keep looking back to see what the samurai's doing. Like,
yeah. Do you step in front of Millhouse, by the way, samurai? Because Millhouse is a wizard. very weak. Or do you stay? In
I
the
could
back?
write you a check. Do you guys take
What do you mean
Eh.
weak?
Hang on, hang on. If I'm blocking Millhouse from any magic, oh, what's the point? No, Millhouse is like, hi there, and I want to try using intimidation against them. Can I do an intimidation check? See if I can.
Yes,
not
you can.
lie.
I've got very high AC. What have you, man?
You step forward, hand on your swords. Swords not drawn yet, because you only draw your swords if you're going to draw blood.
Exactly.
You stand forward, looking massively impressive. The little
I've got
flip.
21.
Oh, what are you going to say?
Stand down. Put your swords away. Do not want to taste my steel today.
Thank you. Step back.
Yeah, I do what he said, guys. You know.
Boss, what are we going to do? Russ is like, he's not going to do anything. All the Kenku are absolutely terrified of you. Any attacks you make against them are going to be advantaged, Griff, because they are like fucking cacking their pants. It was an excellent intimidation roll, and they failed utterly. But Russ, however, rolled brilliantly. He's like, don't listen to him. He can't dishonor the family. He's not going to attack. He knows the situation. Look.
Yeah. I'm completely conflicted here. I don't know what to do. She's brought it's like for a samurai who's all about honor, she's brought dishonor to it, and he's going to go and defend someone who's dishonorable. Don't make sense. Samurai wouldn't do that.
But these criminals been pushing drugs on her while she was weak. It sounds like she lost her family. She said something about her mother and her brother dying, and there's only her and her father left. That's when she took to drugs. That's what she was yelling out. She was crying. So, Lily, are you doing anything? You're sort of flying in the air observing at the moment. But Russ and Z have come out. It's clear that basically Z's racked up a debt of drug use since her mother and brother died. And she's not been able to pay for it at all. She's been using her father's good name to get credit, basically, from these traders. And the traders have been promised that they were going to get the money back, which is why they were here to meet with Z. They've obviously discovered that there isn't the money here. Yeah, it's pretty much a standoff right now. Do you say anything, or do you just sort of hover back?
I'm gonna hover over, but stay hovering.
Okay, so up in the air. Remember, you've got...
Are you nervous? Might you release yourself?
Yeah.
Bomb away!
Tell your bird to get down. Stop showing off that you can fly. We don't need to fly. We've got our intellects.
I would like to say to Z.
You do realise when this standoff's going on, you could have flown back and got your bow by now because it's on the top of the roof.
That's what I was literally
No. There's no need for this violence. There is no need for it. I know that sometimes the drugs you are taking might see you to cause you to see utter beauty, and that's okay.
It just stopped the pain, Lily. It stopped the pain. She says she's crying. Absolute tears down her eyes. The pain was unbearable. I just want my mother back, and my mother's gone, and the drugs just... When Russ offered them to me in the first place, it just seemed like such a relief. She's like, shut up, woman. Listen.
Enough.
We can
Enough.
all
I
come
draw my
together
swords.
to help you. No.
No, that's it. His swords are drawn.
Oh no!
Swords.
The samurai's drawn his swords, boys! Attack! Initiative.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Right. How do we do initiative again? There's a special way, isn't there?
Oh yeah, I have to start it. Hold on.
You have to start it.
Yeah.
isn't it like hashtag join?
Is
No,
it?
Hashtag join. Yes.
Right, okay.
Exclamation mark.
I have initiated combat. Exclamation mark I space join.
Oh, really? A 2.
Ah, don't okay. Oh,
I did double exclamation
How
mark.
did I get 20?
I rolled a
five.
1. I rolled a 1.
One
Fuck
time.
bastards.
I rolled amazing. It's
1.
I've got.
What are you gonna do,
I
small
rolled a five.
child?
trust me, I can fuck some shit up.
Oh, natural 20.
Okay, so I won't be going first.
I'll be going very last.
Oh wait, no.
You are going first, Brandon. You've got initiative +1.
Initiative 2. Oh no. Oh no.
The scene is set. You're at this sort of open air. It's as always. It's beautiful here. The palm trees are swaying. The sun is still quite high in the sky, even though it's later in the day now. It's about 4 o'clock. There's still plenty of sunlight left in the day, and in this sort of old garden area with this sort of arched dome in front of you and this lowered platform which the steps lead down to, then it goes into this sort of tomb area beyond. You can see quite clearly that there's not much inside that tomb. There's just basically just a number of burial slots, so it's just like an empty room with lots of chambers where the past nobles have been buried. And you suspect that Z obviously maybe thought that some of them had treasure in them and been buried with jewellery, and she clearly had this idea that if she did that, no one would find out about her debt, because no one's going to go searching the corpses, and that she'd be scot-free. The idea of a of a very desperate woman. But unfortunately that hasn't happened, and as clear from what Russ has just let slip, it was Russ himself that introduced her to the drugs in the first place when she was
Which
weak.
is why I drew my sword.
Why you drew your swords. Yeah. He yells to all the Kenku warriors to attack, and as he does, he grabs a knife to her throat and starts dragging her away. If we can't get any money from you, we'll take you away until your father pays the ransom. Let's see if he can get his honour out of that one. And then the initiative order starts. Okay, Percy of the Light.
Alright, as I've seen the samurai has drawn his sword, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my lance out, charge in, and those two guys there at the top, can I shove my lance, like whilst riding Gertie, like joust one of them and ram the other one to go falling down the stairs?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
Okay.
So you can shove your lance into one on the left,
Yeah.
while
and
steering
then,
Gertie towards the one on the right.
so yeah, because then if Gertie hits and the person doesn't make a DC save, I think it must succeed on a DC 10 strength. They'll be thrown prone anyway, and even then they'll get knocked back a little bit.
Yep. Okay, make your attack roll. Remember, it's advantaged.
Yes, I just use the.
So what you do is you do !A, space lance, space ADV, and that'll roll it with advantage.
Okay.
We discovered we could do this, Jess. You could have done it with your gunslinger on initiative. If you do an ADV at the end of any command, it rolls it with advantage.
There you go.
So with the lance, it's 13 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, and then 13 damage, and 3 of that's piercing.
Okay. Kenku AC armor class is 13. You lucky fuck. They've only got light armor on. They're quite dexterous, but they don't really have much in the way of armor. A lot of people around here don't wear armor. It's very hot. It's not very comfortable to walk around in armor all the time, unless you're like some ridiculous paladin or a crusading samurai.
Yeah. Okay, so I rammed that through one of them, and then how do you want me to do Gertie?
Well, how much damage you do?
13 damage. It's literally 13 to hit and 13 damage. Dead.
I've got, in case you think I'm lying my arse off, right?
not
Not focusing. AC 13 and 13 hit points. I just thought that was funny.
That's great.
And it is the 13th, and it's the 13th today.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! You're right, yeah.
Way too creepy.
So I went that entire last campaign was
Yeah,
having to
that
wait,
symbol on your dress. It's enhancing all the scariness.
Oh, where's your yell into battle, Percy? The light bearer does not favour those who do not yell his name.
Yes. What was my thing again? I can't remember what it was. I was like,
May the power of the light bearer be with me.
Okay. He charges forward. The lance levels out skillfully in front of him, and he literally takes the first Kenku in the throat. And the lance pierces him and just skewers the Kenku on the end like a skewered chicken. And he kind of like gets lifted off the ground. You notice that this tiny halfling has incredible strength. And it's only when you see him actually fighting that he's wielding this huge lance that looks massively outsized. His arms are built, like crazy built.
how do you want me to roll for Gertie? Because obviously that doesn't have a D&D Beyond.
In fact, he's quite a bit stronger than you, Griff.
Jeez.
In this little... Normally people go for Dex Paladins when they go with halflings. But no! Strength Paladin. Nothing but strength and charisma. That's it. That's all you need. You gotta look good and be buff. And then Gertie charges into the other one as you run forward.
How do you want me to roll for Gertie? Because I can't use the D&D Beyond thing.
You just
so
do
I'll have
roll 1d20 plus the stat, which I could bring up, but you've got it.
Let me get it up. Right, 1d20 plus 4 to hit. So do I just do 1d20 plus 4? Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Math.
15, so that hits.
Yep.
And then roll for damage is roll 1d4 plus 3 bludgeoning.
Right, I'm done. That was gorgeous.
I didn't do the space. That's my fault. Which is a total of 6 damage and 3 of that's bludgeoning. And that
Saving throw?
and, yeah,
It makes a saving throw.
it makes it.
Yeah.
Okay. So he gets rammed.
Yeah. So you charge forward into the space where the other Kenku was. The first Kenku is just basically obliterated through that throat attack. You skillfully flick the lance to get rid of the dead corpse off your lance. The other Kenku is just basically reeled back. Ah! As the ram has just pierced into him with its horns.
Now,
It tries to push it out of the way, but the Kenku just puts his feet on the ground and grabs hold of the goat's head just enough to push himself to a stop. And you suddenly find yourself at a standstill.
can I use, because I've got a bonus action of 2 weapon fighting. Can I use that?
No.
You don't have 2 weapons out.
You don't have 2 weapons.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Although you
Yeah,
need
the
to
way that
remember-
works, if you're wielding 2 weapons, you can attack with one as your action, and then your bonus action
bonus
can be
action.
used. Yeah.
Ah, I get that now. Okay, fair enough. Alright, yeah.
And don't forget you're disadvantaged if you're within 5 feet with a lance.
Yeah, and the lance is a two-handed weapon too, so you could never.
Not
Yeah.
on Gertie.
Not when you're mounted. Yeah,
Oh, really?
a lance is one-handed when you're mounted, two-handed when you're dismounted.
Okay, I know.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
He's got a
Fine,
little.
Ramadan.
Basically, he's got a little shield in his left hand, and then the lance is in his right hand. And when he charges on Gertie, just does this with a big smile.
I'm going to kill you now.
Yeah, he's got a childish grin on his face, like someone's just giving some candy, as he's just obliterated the throat of this Kenku. Right, that was on 20. Seb, you're feeling the rock coming on. What's it going to be? Am I going to the because it's a bonus action, isn't it?
For inspiration, it is a bonus action.
Sorry, I assumed you were doing that. I do apologise.
Oh, yeah, you know I'm going to. It's got to be done.
Just tell me which tune you want me to play.
I need to get the list back up again.
Enter Sandman. Eye the Tiger. Go for Eye the Tiger. Go on.
Eye the Tiger, and I'm gonna crank out the tune, and instead of singing the lyrics, it's an ancient, sacred orc battle tune. The lyrics are something like "kill."
Right.
That's it. And I will inspire the nutcase on the goat.
Yeah, he starts basically playing this heavy hurdy-gurdy while he still beats out some rhythm, and it's like, who are you inspiring?
I'm inspiring the crazy goat man, Percy.
Oh, he's already had his go. Okay, interesting tactical choice. Normally inspire somebody who hasn't had a go yet, but it's cool.
He's right on the front line.
He is.
And then I would like to...
Right.
I would like to move forward. Actually, I would like to go south to the corner of that wall.
What? This side? Which side of it? The side you are now, or the other side?
The side that I am now.
Oh shit! I just pressed the wrong button. You might see the whole map move.
I've just seen how. Yeah.
Sorry. Do you mean here?
No, lower down. Like towards the bottom of it. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Should have 6.
5. Oh, 6. Yeah, that takes you to there.
Fine.
Okay, this wall's very high.
Yep.
You can't see over it.
That's fine.
Okay, so you're just playing at the moment.
Yeah, just cranking out the tunes.
All right. Okay, Percy, that music has just suddenly hit you hard, and you feel like a god. I mean, you feel like the Lightbringer's just pumping you with tunes. You've now got 1d6 to spend on any attack or damage roll.
Okay.
Any attack roll, ability check. What is it? Hang on. Let me double check it.
Saving throw.
Yeah, attack roll, ability check, or saving throws.
Is that on my next go or now?
Whenever you want.
Go. Next go.
You've got it until you use it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's banked now.
Oh, for 10 minutes. You've got it for 10. So in combat, you've got it until you.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Lily.
So, I don't have any weapons on me.
No.
I didn't get.
So basically, you can fly 50
I was gonna
feet.
fly back.
So you could get all the way back there at double speed to the tower, and partially back again, but still off map. But then But then next turn you can come charging in because you can do 100 feet and charge attack, which is very good.
Sounds better than my plan. I was just going to go behind them and Talon.
You don't ever want to do that unless you're really desperate, because you are not geared
So
for.
I still have the opportunity to go back and get.
Yeah, you are not geared for hand-to-hand combat.
Okay.
I'll put it nicely. And because you're not second level, you don't have any spells yet.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay, you disappear off
Do
map. You see the owl fly away.
Bye all.
Pussy.
Are you gonna let them know what you're doing, or you just basically see ya?
Be back soon. Good luck, guys.
Actually, you don't need to charge attack, do you? You just need to get back on the map within your movement, and you at the very end, and then you've got a ranged attack. Duh. Ignore me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. You go flying off.
I knew that. Duh.
Okay. Millhouse. Millhouse
Three.
Manastorm.
I'm going to skip past the little lamb.
You little bitch, he is not a lamb.
God, he's not a lamb.
Seb's got a song about lamb.
And then I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try and fight yet.
What's your?
Oh, I'm so sad I can't play an aggressive character. I'm going to try and charm person again. Woo! On
you're
the
not
leader
charming.
guy.
You can't charm him once you're in combat with him, can you?
No,
If they're
not
not
really.
he's not in combat. He's standing there.
Russ isn't in combat. No, he's trying to leave.
No, he's walking away with the knife to Z's.
Yeah, so I'm gonna charm that guy if I can.
Okay, go on, Em. It's a good tactic.
Totally gonna not work, but I'll try. I cast my second charm person.
Okay, it's is it wisdom again, isn't it?
Yeah.
He fails.
Yeah.
I got a 9. Is it 14? Hold on.
It's 14.
Okay. Okay, he starts walking off with her.
We
What do you
are
say to
friends.
Oh, I've just stabbed one of them and ran the other one.
Stop fighting, everyone. There's no need. This is all just a big misunderstanding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
but-
turns. Everyone, stand down! Stand down! You're right. You're right. What are we doing? This isn't going to work. Well, how are we going to get our money? I'll get in real trouble if I go back to Wreck without the money.
Well, why don't we all grab something nice to eat and figure it all out?
I want to fight. I want to fight.
I want to go after the girl. So
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Well, the samurai's
Oh, okay.
drawn his sword, so he needs to kill, surely.
my main target.
The other guys, the other Kenku, by the way, aren't standing down. They've just seen one of their guys obliterated by a lance and a ram smash into the other one. They're still fighting. Guys, stop! Stop! This isn't right. I take it back. But what he does do is he stops running off. Millhouse.
Cool.
He stops running off. Well, he was basically going to run off the map into another map, which I've got all prepared.
So, damn you.
Damn you. Yeah, he kind of stands still. He's listening to you. He doesn't want to have a fight now.
Come here, friends. Let's talk about this.
Okay, he starts walking towards you with her.
I won't hurt you.
He's still got hold of her, by the way.
You don't need to let her get hurt. Just let it go. We're all friends here.
You're right. You're right. He drops his dagger, and Z starts running over here. Ah! She's free. You freed her. Right. Okay. So that was a very effective use of charm person. You naysayer.
Pacifist wizard. Even though I'm not a pacifist. I'm not saying that I'm a pacifist.
You're not a pacifist. No. You just try other options first, and then the killing spells come out when you have to. Right, Griff. You have drawn your blades,
I've drawn my blades.
and these Kenku
How,
seem to be—they're still attacking.
They're
this
still
one
attacking
right in front of
Yes, it looks like the boss one, Millhouse, seems to have cast some sort of spell on him, and you heard him go, "Hey, let's be friends!" And you can see him basically just sort of going to go, "Oh, okay," like this.
Okay, so which of
I
the
failed
ones are
twice,
still
by the way. I had advantage because his
Shut up.
companions were in combat, but I still failed. Anyway, sorry, what did you say, Griff?
Sorry, which ones? First of all, I said which ones are still aggressive, and second, when you said your advantage and you said you failed, I went, no, you didn't, did you?
All the white
which is-
ones. All the ones with the white backgrounds.
So the one that's right next to me and right in front of you.
Yes, there's one
so
15 feet away or 10-foot gap. That one's aggressive. At the moment, it's sitting there trying to get its sword in to fight Millhouse. To fight Percy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to, because my sword's drawn, I'm going to draw my scimitar. And which one was which? Do you remember which one was which? Which was the scimitar was slicing and the short sword was
Piercing.
stabbing? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Piercing.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go for a scimitar and try and lob him in half or lob his head off. So
Yeah.
I'll roll
So-
for that.
For everybody else, he's using like a samurai style for narrative and for the sword narrative, but he's actually just
Yeah.
using fighter stats and fighter weapons. But for me, he's got a slightly shorter, more curved sword and a stabbier sword, both katanas, and he uses them in a slashing and stabbing combination of attacks. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
you charge forward.
Yes, I'm going to charge forward to
Okay.
that one there. What do I need to roll? D20?
So you choose one of your weapons, and
So
that's
it's going to be a scimitar.
and you get an advantaged attack on that roll.
Okay, so is it? What's the commands again?
Exclamation mark
Exclamation
A, space, whichever weapon, scimitar, short sword.
Was it SCIMITAR? Yeah.
And then space ADV.
A
DV.
advantage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Slashing 6 to
What?
hit. Sorry, hit 22 and slashing 6.
22 to hit. So that hits.
Yeah, he dies. Basically, he's already been wounded by wounded by the goatee. So, but you basically you go forward, and your first weapon slashes out, and basically skewers his neck. You then, just for good measure, on your bonus action, stab your sword and make your attack to do a finishing blow because you've committed both blades. You have to bloody both blades now. So
Okay, so it's going to be. Was it exclamation mark? What did I say? Exclamation mark.
A space.
Oh god, what was the other one I had? It wasn't a scimitar. It was the
Short sword.
sword. Yeah, short sword. Hang on.
This is your bonus action, attacking with your offhand.
Okay, short sword. And what was the after that? Short sword.
That's it.
Am I not ADV on that? Am I?
No. But he is. Oh wow. Okay.
20 and 6.
Yeah. So basically, you slash across his throat. He's already wounded, and he's trying to hold on to this goat with it and get his short sword round. You slash his throat, and then you bring your other sword in and just basically pierce his chest, and then pull it out, and then put your blades back, and he just basically goes and dies.
I turn to the nearest. I turn to the nearest one, and turn to the nearest guy. Who's that on the right-hand side there?
Yep.
I'll say to him, "Stand down." Intimidation again.
But your intimidation still stands. You're
Still
still
stand. So I turned around to him. So I turn around to him and say again, like, "Stand down."
Right.
Well, I'm going to. Can I move at all to cover Z at all? Or can she come towards me? Can I beckon her to me?
You still have. Yes, you still have a little bit of movement. Because you only moved forward 2. You got 4 more movement. I
I
think.
want to try and get closer to Z in case anybody else thinks they're going to try and have a go at her. So, because obviously my master told me to protect her and the little dude and the child on the piggyback thing, you know. So
Yeah, you step over to her.
okay.
Across. Okay, and then
I say to her, "Stay with me." End of.
does.
End turn.
Okay, the Kenku. So the Kenku in front of you, basically just steps back, lowers his sword. Okay, the two on the entrance, they also stand down. However, the two right at the back with their bows drawn, they go like, "What are you doing? Come on, we can take him!" And he fires his bow at you, Percy. Well, one fires at you, Percy. One fires at you, Griff.
Go on then.
19. That's a hit. Right.
For who?
Right. Take.
My AC is 19.
Yeah. Sorry, my attack was 25. AC 25. Take 6 damage, 6 piercing damage, Percy.
Ouch. Okay.
How
do I do that?
One of them fires a short bow. You have to just make a note of it on your character sheet. And the bow basically hits into your chest, right in between the splints in your armor, or your plate in your armor, and you kind of spin sideways. This arrow is quite large in your little tiny frame. It's about because the arrow is like 1.5 foot long, and you're not even 3 feet. So you're like, there's this huge thing just sticking out of you.
Like a harpoon.
Yeah. The other one goes for you, Griff, and rolls AC 23.
Son of a bitch.
Son bitch. And get 6 damage again. So you take 6 damage as well, piercing damage.
Okay, 6 damage. I've added it to the damage. What do I do? Update.
You don't have to worry about that. As long as it's on your character sheet, I can see it.
Yeah.
Go to your character sheet and then click
On the
your
right hand side, I can put the damage in, can't I?
Yeah.
With the up and down arrows.
Yeah, he's done that. Right, okay, so they've done that. They're just standing down. They're waiting for for Russ. Russ on his go. Oh. Takes a step up. The music's still playing, by the way. Percy, you're still inspired. He walks up with his dagger down.
I have a bad idea.
Please, you don't need to fight with this. Please, Millhouse, friend, explain to them that we don't want to hurt you, but we need our money. All we're going to do is we want to take the daughter, yeah, and then the father will pay the ransom.
No, that's no.
I will not allow this.
It is honorable.
No.
Okay, what do you do? Okay, right, we're still in initiative because combat's still going. The others at the back are still firing.
Okay.
Come on.
But he has let go of Z, so Z's free at the moment.
Z's with me over here.
Yeah. So, and the first person is... Oh. Got him. Percy.
Yeah.
So, difficult moral dilemma. Not your strongest suit.
No, really not. Right, can I look at Z and say, get on, and then we ride off on Gertie?
Yeah?
Yeah? Okay, I'll do that then. Do I need a roll for anything?
No, you say, get on. Z goes, okay. She rolls a 17, so she quite nimbly gets on the back. Do you go to the full extent of your...
Yes, we go full speed and get out of there.
Okay.
In the opposite direction of the bad guys.
Okay, that's 100 feet for you at twice speed.
Yeah.
On the goat. You see Percy the goat just kicks its feet down. Dust rises up on its back of its hind legs. Inspired as he is by the thumping tunes of Rock Legend Seb, and he just flies off. No! No! You see Millhouse. You see Russ suddenly get really angry. He sees Z leave. He's going to have another save on his charm.
He's not advantaged, by the way. His only advantage is we're in direct combat with him. Which we
Any
never were.
companions.
Is there any companions as well?
It must make wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. You're not
Yeah,
fighting it. Okay.
We are fighting him.
Well, then he fucking fails again. No! Ah!
We're all friends here, friend.
Okay. You can hear the Kenku at the back. Russ, what are you doing, for fuck's sake? We're not going to get our money back. Crack's going to kill us. Yeah, you're right. Crack's going to kill... Well, I'm sure we can work out a way through this. Right, okay. Seb, it's your go. You have no idea about this ceasefire thing going on. You've just seen Z fly off with Percy on Gertie, the goat.
Well, that looks like a pretty good thing, I suppose. So, I'll just how many squares? 2, 3, 4. Alright, if I want to walk like a knight does in chess, 2 down, 2 right, that should take me 4 squares.
That one would have been okay if it was actually.
And then I'd like to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the nearest Kenku to me.
Okay, cast it. Exclamation mark cast space. Tasha.
Oh my god, I've got to write the whole thing.
No, you don't need to. Just do exclamation mark cast space, and then
No, can't spells. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Featherfall, Prestidigitation, Cure Wounds, Unseen Vicious Mockery. It hasn't found Tasha's. Why is that? It's there.
Maybe just write.
Okay. Let's try this again. Cast. Maybe it's because I didn't put an X capital. No. Let's just try copying and pasting the whole thing. No,
It's
it's
just you
not.
put it on a different line.
Oh, how did it do that? Ah, yes, it did.
Oh.
No. Oh, maybe it's because that's got spaces.
I don't know. Just cast any first level spell. So cast Featherfall, and then I'll make a Wisdom save of 13.
Oh, Featherfall. Yeah, put some save of 13.
Fails it.
Hey.
A creature with intelligence of 4 or less isn't affected. Jesus Christ, Percy's almost immune to this because of his
Oh my
stupidity.
God. Hey man, did you hear the one about the shitty flightless bird? Did you hear that one?
Ah? No, I didn't.
Yeah, that's right. That's because it's you, mate.
The Kenku to the right of the leader just bursts out laughing. It starts rolling around on the floor. It's just like belly up. It just keeps laughing. Millhouse.
Hello.
You just noticed he's cast the classic Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
I have that spell.
Why didn't it fucking work?
You have that spell too.
I do.
Oh, you're like spell buddies.
Rush do it.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Okay, the two near the door, are they friendly now then?
They're getting another save. The 2 with the bows at the back are still fighting. So basically, you've got 4 Kenku that are potentially still aggressors.
Okay, well then I'm gonna firebolt one of the ones at the back.
Okay.
I didn't want to have to do this, but you're gonna make me. Ow, fucking hand.
Is that your firebolt hand?
Hopefully not.
Burn.
It just doesn't work. It just straight doesn't work. Why doesn't it like hideous laughter? I don't understand. Oh well. Just doesn't. It does. I've even changed it out for just hideous laughter instead of Tasha's hideous laughter on D&D Beyond, and it still doesn't work. Oh, there you go. You spell hideous laughter works. Well, that's just bloody stupid. It's not called hideous laughter, is it? Whatever.
Stupid fucking system. Right, okay. Your firebolt shoots out, Millhouse, flies across and smacks into one of the Kenkus. Which one are you aiming for? The one on the right or the left?
The left.
Okay. Yeah, the bolt explodes into a burst of fire on the... Okay, no, it doesn't ignite. Yeah, the fire just basically peters out as the damage just is absorbed onto the skin of the Kenku. Who's next? Grith. You can see there's one of these on the floor now, 10 feet from you, laughing its head off. You don't. I mean, it wouldn't be very honourable to attack that one.
It's not honourable to no. So who's my next target after that? It's two in the middle, and they've put their weapons down, haven't they?
They have. It's the two
So
at the
again,
back.
they're not going to be. They're not an honourable target either. So it's the two at the back, which I don't have a longbow or anything. I've just got my swords. So can I make a charge to them? I don't know if that's enough spaces for me. How many was that? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'll never make it there on this turn.
No, you won't. We could try and run around to them.
You're sneaky.
I haven't got. I'm disadvantaged with sneakiness. I'm actually disadvantaged on stealth.
So you could either try and take out that one on the floor, but questionable. That target's down.
Yeah, that's not an honourable thing. I'm quite tempted to say, well, the two at the. You see the two at the back. I haven't got anything I can cast magic-wise because I'm not a magic user either, really. I mean, I can do, but I haven't got anything to do for them.
So you've got Russ at the top of the steps with you, and you've obviously got the one lying down. You've got the two that are now passive
in the middle,
and you got the two that are aggressive at the back.
Can I turn to Russ and say, no? See, she's not on the field and she's not on the board anymore. Neither is.
It's just rough.
So I'm exposed there now. Really, what I should do is take cover because there's no point as a samurai. I'd know to take cover against arrows. Can I move to that behind that left pillar? If you go up and right, if you make an R shape with my character up there.
I just realised, Lily, we missed you. You came back. We went straight to Millhouse and skipped you.
Oh.
Well, just come back with her bow and arrow.
I kind of was waiting when my turn was. I was like.
Yeah, no, sorry. We went to Millhouse, but
Can Lily take the turn now?
Yeah, give you time to have a little think, Griff.
I need to think strategically here.
So you've gone back to where you started, basically, and you can still fire your bow once this round. So the one on the left has been injured by a firebolt. The one on
Which
the right,
one's that?
the one on the left, so the top one.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah.
The top one's injured, but the other one's not.
You lot have been busy, haven't you?
Yeah, so you basically saw Z charging off on a little goat a few seconds ago, where Percy's basically taking her off the field. A remarkably intelligent thing to do for someone so stupid.
That's funny. If only he could have that type of intelligence in another situation.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna go off
In
on
a
my
previous
own.
life.
Right. Okay. Let's longbow that one that's been injured by the fire.
Yeah, make an attack
One
roll.
on the back of the ones who are firing.
Okay,
Exclamation
I don't
mark A space longbow.
Okay. Exclamation.
Oh, I just
A,
realised, Seb, you never did an inspiration this round on your bardic inspiration.
I did not. I don't have to. And I only have up to my charisma modifier of inspiration to
3?
use. Yep.
Just rolled
Okay.
a 1 on a 1d8.
And I think I can only do it if I'm in 60 feet of.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. The bow hits. 5 damage. Okay, the arrow smashed into this bird-like creature, a bit like you, but on the ground.
Okay.
But it basically staggers backwards. Rah! Rah! It's still standing though, but it's bleeding heavily. You can see that it's on death's door. This poor bird creature. It's on fire. Yeah, on fire. Massive arrow in its chest. You feel a bit bad. You've never been in combat before. This is a little bit horrible. But they attack first, sort of, maybe. Right. Okay. Griff.
Be fine.
We could have been peaceful.
Is there any way, Gary? Can you show me on here how far 15 feet is from where I am? What's each square?
It's 3 squares. Each square's a 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck
Here-
all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no point in trying to fire breath them or anything like that because they're too far away.
Yeah.
All I can do is take some sort of defensive position on them. Think. There's no point in charging them.
No. So you got
So
Russ.
just-
Russ is right in front of you.
Yeah. I might pull Russ. I might grab Russ, grab him, pull him out the way, and take a defensive position to get us behind some sort of cover, because they're going to have their turn next, and they're going to be firing bloody arrows at us. So, okay, I grab hold of Russ.
Right. Make a grapple check.
What is that? Exclamation what?
Exclamation mark C space grapple. No, it's not.
Double P.
It's an attack roll. Just make it.
It's
Just do.
It's grapple. Is it EL, isn't it? Grapple.
Just do
Grapple.
exclamation mark A. I'm not sure how you do grapple on this actually. Just do an attack roll.
It's on D&D Beyond. It's an action in combat, so I assume it's attack.
Yeah. Exactly that.
What's it? Exclamation mark.
I don't know if I'm
A then grapple.
but I haven't.
Oh no.
It's not on there as a grapple.
No, if you just do an unarmed attack, it's fine.
So it's was it 5? A5. What is it? It's
No, you just need to do do exclamation mark A, and that's it.
okay. Exclamation mark A.
Now just do
Unarmed strike.
yeah. Just type the number return if it gives you the option. You
It
don't need to
hasn't,
do it.
It's just given. I'll just do that with that.
What are we trying to do?
Hang on.
Grapple.
Just copy
Isn't
that
it just? It's just an athletics check. Grappling in
it says-
5e is contested athletics checks.
Oh, of course it's yeah, of course it is. Sorry. Right, just do a check athletics. God, how many times have I done that?
Done
No,
it. 7.
Oh,
he's gonna have to do really badly to not fuck this up.
I rolled a 5, but let me just check its stats.
Ooh, it's a Kenku. I don't think they're particularly strong.
No, +0. You make it.
Yes!
Way.
You grab hold of him, and he just like, okay then. and you just pull him
One
to
time, you can't see where that hand's been,
Get
Elliot.
behind
It's dodgy.
Oh, I moved the fucking wrong one again.
Testing the water.
Uh-huh.
You drag him.
Uh-huh.
You drag him up with you, back behind the wall,
Yeah.
out of the way.
Yeah, take cover.
Okay.
I'll take cover and I'll end my turn there.
Right. These two griff. Run forward. They start yelling at the other Kenku. What are you doing? You don't see they bewitched the boss. They bewitched him. We need to get him. They're like, what? Oh yeah, boss man. They've cast a spell on you. They're playing with your mind. In it. And they snap out of it, and the two of them fire their short bow at you. And sorry, I got indigestion there.
You.
Who can they see?
Not me.
They can see the owl.
Me.
They can see Seb, and they can see Millhouse.
Oh shit, I never pulled back. Why am I that dumb? I deliberately moved forward to pull back.
Okay. One of them fires at you, Millhouse. Sorry. Yeah, you hit Millhouse. Rolls a 12. It's AC 17, Millhouse.
I'm a wizard. Obviously gonna hit.
My
Right.
god.
This is ace.
I'm fucking screwed.
Right, take 5 damage. An arrow.
I'm almost dead.
The one that firebolted you just basically fires an arrow back at you. The other one aims at you, Millhouse.
Me again.
Sorry, Seb. And rolls an 18. Hits AC 21.
Do I not have any kind of cover here?
Yeah, I'll give you. Yes, you do. I'll give you disadvantage. They're in disadvantage. And he rolled a 5. That's good. Cool. Yeah. So the arrow basically smacks into the.
Wait, don't they have +5?
He still hits me if he has +5.
Yeah, I was gonna say he still hits.
What? It hits
I have
AC
10
10.
AC.
You have 10 AC. Oh wow!
Imagine
I
being
never got to
PM
put my
and not
leather
testing
armor
the
on.
AC. Tut tut tut.
No, it's got down 11 AC here.
Yeah, but I'm not wearing my leather armor, which removes my +1.
See, he would have missed.
Tut tut tut.
I'm more than happy to fudge it because I don't have a lot of health either. So.
I've only got 7 hit points and I just got hit for 5. So.
Oh, hang on.
Hang in.
No, that's the wrong spell. I'm confusing 2 spells. It's fine.
Okay, you get 5 damage as well. 2 2s in a row. As an arrow flies across the mat, it hits the wall, but it still somehow manages like a magnet to hit you. It hits you right where the thickest part of your armor is, and you think for yourself for a second, damn it, if I'd just had my armor on rather than my stage gear, you'd have been alright. And it just smacks into your shoulder for the 5 damage. That's almost half your hit points. Ow. Right,
I'm literally almost dead.
the other 2 charge forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright.
Shame we haven't got our paladin here.
Yeah. They charge forward. One of them actually hits Russ with his sword on a charge attack.
Oh, it's smart.
He hits him with the basically he punches him with an unarmed strike and hits.
Oh, I need to make a concentration save.
Oh.
That's right.
Ouch! For 7 damage. 7 concussion damage. He basically, the Kenku runs, and as he does, he smacks Russ. Russ is just like, oh yeah, we're all great. We should just calm down. And he gets fisted across the face. He's like, Jesus! Makes another save. Fails to save again. He snapped. Huh? Russ. Russ. He just basically got punched in the
Oh,
face by
God.
one of the other Kenko, but he failed his save again. Oh, advantaged. He still fails it. And he's like, why are you doing that? We need to stop fighting. He looks at the Kenko. Stop fighting. We need to stop fighting. You're bewitched. You're bewitched. You're bewitched. Get out of it. Oh, screw you. We'll finish him off ourselves, they say as they turn. They can't reach anyone this round. Right, next round. Percy,
Right, I'm going.
you've dropped Z back at the house.
Yeah, and I've asked to make sure she's okay and all that. I'm like,
Oh, what have I done? I brought dishonor on my house. Oh, I've got no way of paying them without telling my father.
Stay here. We're gonna go sort them out. Bye.
Okay, thank you, young child. Okay, you went back in a straight line, so you can actually this round charge straight back in at them because it's the
Okay,
same distance.
I'm going to do a similar move to what I did the first time. Try and lance one and knock the other one with the ram.
Yeah.
Ram the other one with the go. Hey, so.
Okay, you
Attack.
charge back in. You suddenly see the Gertie with Percy on top. Lance once again straight out. He's doing another run with his charge.
Right. 23 to hit and 8 damage.
Ouch. Okay. Yeah, it basically just it smacks into him. This time it doesn't kill this one. It basically hits him in the shoulder after he's just finished punching Russ, and the lance basically just rips through his arm and comes out the other side.
Need to remember what I need to roll for the thing. 1d20.
1d20 plus 4, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Advantaged.
Okay, so is there a way of doing it advantage on?
Space.
No,
Oh no, there isn't. Just roll it
I'll just
twice.
roll it once. 23 to hit.
Ouch. Yeah. Roll again just for crit. For crits and giggles.
Arf, 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 arf.
And then I roll 1d4, I believe it is. Yeah, 1d4 plus 3. And then I can't believe I plus on that.
Forgot the space in between one.
Plus 3.
And you can just do exclamation mark R, by the way. Right, 4 damage. Okay, so you do 4 to the other one.
And if he needs to make a DC saving throw,
Oh yeah.
and he has to get 10 or higher,
Which this time he fails. So what happens to
so
him?
he gets knocked prone.
Oh, he gets knocked prone too. Okay, so he's basically knocked prone. The other guy is still lying down, laughing his head off. So they're both lying on the floor for different reasons. Right, okay, so that's Percy done. Next. I keep forgetting it with initiative order. Seb. Seb.
Me again? Oh yeah, I was shot. I didn't have a go. I felt like I had a go, but no, I just spent my time getting shot.
Yeah, you're like, You made a big drama out of it. You're like, the stories you can sing out of this. This is great.
Dude.
Just got to survive.
Cool. I'll what can I do here? I will cast Vicious Mockery on the closest one to me that is attacking old Percy, which is a cantrip. Wisdom saving throw.
I roll a 15.
Ah, well, that was fun. I'll use all of my movement to move back over towards Millhouse.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you bardic inspirationing anybody, or are you still good? The music's still playing.
I will inspire Millhouse because he's right there and I can see him.
Can we change the music? I've been
Yeah.
listening to the same thing so
Over
fucking.
and over and over. Yeah.
You have to ask Seb.
Yeah, please change the music.
I don't like this song.
Is there any way to play them all? Just one after the other?
Oh.
At once!
That's better.
I am Millhouse Man.
No.
I like. Hi, I'm Millhouse Man. Play so good. Anyway, right.
Yeah, go little fireball chucking dude. Fuck him up!
Yeah.
Right, Lily. Lily, you're still flying over the scene. You can see the guys need help.
I want to go for the most distant one because
The one that you
Forget
attacked
them.
before. Yeah, the one you attacked before is looking really seriously fucked up. So one more hit will
Well-
probably take him.
yeah, let's go for them because if I get the distance away, then
Oh no.
Oh. Let's go back to this one again.
It's back!
No, stop.
And I'm no longer inspired.
is it just exclamation mark A longbow? Space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Exclamation mark A space longbow.
Cool.
You can see Seb's just really going for it in the corner.
What, playing Layla?
I don't think we hit
Yeah.
her.
What'd you get?
I got a 9 to.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Ouch. Oh, if only you're inspired. The arrow just basically flies off past the Kenku and just clatters on the ground, unfortunately. Millhouse, you're feeling great.
What's the wanker that fucking shot me?
It's the one right down the end that's just been missed by Lily.
He's gonna get a fucking firebolt in the face.
Millhouse, do 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 do. Millhouse, do 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 do. Millhouse, do do do.
You're gonna pay for that!
Oh. Ooh.
One damage, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh wow!
You can add your bardic inspiration dice to that.
Not to damage.
Yeah, you can. Can't you? Oh no, it's the attack roll.
Oh, well.
Shame.
That's not the problem.
Oh.
Shame.
Shame. Yeah, 4 hit points left. No, he's
I'm
got
still
3.
inspired for next round though, that's the main thing.
Yeah, he's like, I'm still here, still gonna fuck you up now.
I'm gonna move into cover because I'm not retarded and I don't want to die.
This song doesn't die.
I'm gonna like full on cover, not even partial, I'm just getting a full cover. That's, yeah.
Right, that's it. We're going for a long one. Stop that bloody tune coming back.
Block it. Erase it.
Yeah.
You'll miss it when it's gone though. You'll be humming it.
We're all gonna be in our sleep like.
Stop it!
I'm going to have dreams of a tiger tonight.
Yeah.
Or Rocky climbing up some stairs.
The Eye of the
Or playing-
Rakshasa. Anyway, right.
Or playing a Bon Tempi keyboard and playing Eye of a Tiger on it. That's a bit old school for you, Bon Tempi. But anyway.
Right, okay. Yeah, so the firebolt smacks it. This guy's been hit by an arrow and 2 firebolts, and he's still going. He's like a rock hard Kenku. Kenku! Kenku! Right, okay. Right, the Kenku are going for it now. No, they're not.
Come on,
they're,
I'm
they're
waiting
waiting
for
on
them to attack.
Griff, it's
No,
your
wait,
go.
look. Get my turn. I'm waiting for them to come to me. I'm not making any sort of charge. Just take cover.
They're at you.
They're at you.
Oh, they're at me. Oh, Christ. Ah, okay. I'm gonna take them out then. Take the motherfucker out.
I've already rammed one, and the other one's got a lance through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one,
so,
in, the one in front. Yeah, you'll have to go for the one in front of you.
yeah, I'll take the one in front of me. I'll draw my swords. I'll go with I'll go with a slashing attack first, then a finishing stabbing.
Okay. Attack with advantage because they're still intimidated by you.
So it's exclamation mark A space scimitar. Then what was it? ADV.
Yep. You notice that Seb's going for it now. He's got the vocals going and everything.
Oh. Press 1.
Oh, just press one.
I don't know if that would be an advantage. Oh, I don't need it anyway, you hit.
21-5, please.
Okay.
That's got to be him done.
Yeah, you basically slash his throat again.
He's dead.
And he just basically just falls backwards dead.
The other one I want to attack with my other one, my other sword, because I've got it drawn. I want to stab him. I am going to attack with my.
Yeah, you can basically move in front because that one's dead now. You can move in front and attack the other one because your second attack is as a bonus action.
A short sword. It's a short sword. 8
Advantaged.
and 4.
To roll it again.
It's advantaged. You didn't do the ADV.
Exclamation mark. A stroke. Short sword. I don't need to do
Don't do
ADV
the
on this.
ADV. No.
Not
He's
this
proper
one.
going for it, Seb.
17.
17-3.
Yeah, that hits, and he takes you basically thrust him with the sword and pull back. It cuts into his chest. Blood starts pulling out as you pull the sword back out, but he's still standing, looking a bit wobbly. He's got goat horns in his chest. He's got a sword thrust through his chest, but he's still standing.
come on.
Ah. Oh no! Wait!
He's still going.
No, he's prone.
He's dead.
He's prone on the floor.
He's prone on the floor and he's
Prone
dead.
on the floor. Yeah,
Surely.
you basically just you stab him in the head.
I'll just stick a hole in him.
Yeah, he dies. He's already on the floor and prone.
Okay, so those two are gone.
That's
Right.
the closer one. Dealt with.
Right, Kenku's go. How long does this Tasha's laughter last for?
A minute.
Okay, so he's still.
You get to save against it every turn, though.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it does.
Why is there another one over there? They're not. That wasn't. That's not there. Ignore that.
Which one? Oh, that one. It's gone.
Yeah, so you need to make a save for the Tasha's Laughter.
Yeah, anytime he takes damage at the end of each of his turns.
Oh.
So he should have had 2 saves.
Oh, okay. He saves on the second one. He stands
No.
up. He goes. Oh. I'm embarrassed. He stands up. Gets up. He looks over at the dead Kenku bodies everywhere, and the lack of dead anyone else, and the fact that their boss has turned coat. Oh, I think we need to get out of it, boss. Boss. He's like, yeah.
Tell them we're friends.
We'll come.
You're not leaving.
We'll come back. We'll come back with more men, and we'll kill them. Yeah, let's get out of here.
No,
Right.
you're not leaving.
Russ
He's not leaving.
goes to leave. No, the others are going. I've got to go, mate. Sorry, it's time.
Ah, but we were such good friends.
Fuck. He fails his save again.
He doesn't get a save every time, by the way. You
I know.
just fail.
Well, I know, but I'm judging that he's getting challenged quite a lot by his own men, and every time he's really getting pushed on his judgment, he's making a save, but he still fails.
You want to stay here with me? We're still
Yeah.
friends.
I'm staying here, mate. He's fucked with your brain. We're out of here. They start running off. Oh, for fuck's sake! I've done it again.
What, you're moving the whole map again?
Yeah. They can both make it off the map. They run to the north, you notice. On their go. So does he. Right, sure go again, Percy. Hold on back in a sec.
Alright. Who's low on health?
I'm on 2 HP.
Well,
I can take care of that.
No.
I can use lay on hands pull if need be, so I can give you like 5 HP back.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm missing.
Hey!
Woo!
Handy. Well, that's handy, Harry.
Hey. Well, there's no more enemies now, so we're not going to die.
No. If anything, shouldn't we be going back to see what old
Then,
drug
I've
girl's doing?
Unless we want to kill this guy.
I have 5 uses of this. We could
Of
convince
what?
him to turn himself into lay on hands.
You have
And
5
then-
uses of lay on hands. That can't be right.
It is. It's on D&D Beyond as well.
5 use. There's no way you have 5 uses of a healing spell until level 1.
It's
There's no way. There's no class in the game that has five healing spells at level 1.
No, no one does. Right.
No.
it says I can do it though.
No, there's definitely no way you can cast Lay on Hands 5 times.
So you cast it once.
I thought you could use. Is it not one of those things you can use up to a number of times equal to a modifier?
Yes, you have a pool of healing power that can restore 5 HP per long rest. As
Whoa.
an action, you can touch a creature to restore any number of HP in the remaining pool, or 5 HP to either cure a disease or neutralize poison affecting the creature.
Well, and you got.
So I could use it like I think it's saying 5 because I've got 5 HP I can use, so I can give you 1 HP back, or I can just give you bulk someone 5. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, because you can give individual points. So you've got up to 5 hit points you can give anyone.
Oh, okay.
No, say, if you could give 25 hit points at level 1, and, like, yeah,
That's more than the cleric.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's just how D&D Beyond represents it. Alright.
Yeah. What I'm going to use though is I'm going to use Divine Text to see if this guy's good or evil. May as well.
I'm taking a break from the hurdy-gurdy music.
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
You get the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll still do that every time, sorry.
Oh, cheers. Thank
We
you.
get it.
Maybe a different, selection of top of the pops on that one, hey?
Selection of one song.
What do you mean? You don't like Layla and you don't like Eye of the Tiger?
I mean, if it was Eye of the Tiger that wasn't playing the same riff over and over and over.
And over.
I'm going to. Can I use Divine Text and have a look at Rush and then also look at everyone else around me as well to see if they're good or evil? Because I've only just met these guys in theory as well.
I'm good.
Everyone in your party is good.
Okay.
These Kenku are all neutral.
Okay.
They're not evil, but they don't give a fuck. Either way.
Really, they've got no alliance one way or another. They're just like mercenaries, are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just out for themselves.
Gangsters.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
Gangsters.
Can I ask my friendo where they're all heading off to?
Hey, my friend.
We've got a whole.
Hey, kids, where are they going? We're all gonna have a party.
We've got some more men over by the bridge. They're probably going to get them.
Oh, that's not very nice. Well, we better head off then before they catch up.
So
Are you coming, friend?
Well, you could just leave them to go. I mean,
Let them go.
Yeah.
Let him roam and be free.
I don't know. I quite enjoy having a friend.
Okay, that's getting creepy. Alright, I got a friend.
Yeah, it's the Millhouse is just start holding onto Russ's hand.
I love the company of everyone.
Right. Okay. So Percy, you've just done the detect
Divine Sense.
Divine Sense, which is an action that you can use 3 times per day.
Yeah, I've checked it off on my D&D Beyond sheet thing.
Yep. So you can still move up to
Okay.
50 feet
Okay, I'm gonna start heading back to the tavern thing then, where we were staying.
Yeah,
Okay.
the hall, the was it the pagoda or temple, whatever. I'm going back as well. See if my master's returned.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Russ comes with you, and you get to talk to him for a few minutes, for a little bit until the spell wears off.
Oh, we get 59 minutes.
Yeah. So you sit and talk to him, basically, and what are you going to say to him?
I'm not gonna say anything because I'm not smart enough.
So, what are you guys doing? You know, you got a drug empire, or, you know, do you just like, you know, holding knives to people's throats?
No. I mean, you know, she was unhappy. She was asking for help. We have these spice drug. Do you want some? It's pretty good.
Maybe sometime. I'm open to all things.
Yeah, it'll make you feel amazing. It'll make you feel like you've reached the sky.
Oh.
Apart from your owl friend who can reach the sky.
Would you give it to me for free because I'm a friend?
No, I don't have any with me.
Oh, that's a shame.
Z's got some that she still owes us for, and the dozens of other hits that she's taken from us and not paid for. She's the evil one. She's the one doing drugs and not paying for them.
I see. So, do you guys work for someone?
Yeah, we work for Crick Longbeak.
No, who's that?
You don't know who Crick Longbeak is? Everyone make a history check.
Oh, really? I was gonna get. I was like, oh, should I be should I have skill in history? And I was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna use it. I got it on, you know, I never really used it that much on Unit 1, so maybe not so much. First session.
What do you type in for history?
History.
Exclamation mark C space history.
I got an 8.
11. Am I still with the party at this point?
I've got 13 and I've got -1 int modifier.
18.
It's okay, I got 4.
11.
What did you get, Seb?
13.
Okay, so and what did you get, Millhouse?
Solid 8.
Solid.
Lily got the highest. Lily got 18.
Yeah. So okay, Seb, on your travels, you've heard the name Crick Longbeak mentioned a few times. Even Quigley mentioned Crick Longbeak, but that's all you know. You've heard the name. It's definitely a name that's out there. Excuse me, sorry. Lily, you've heard a lot worse. So basically, you know, you have good ears, and you hear many things, and you have the wisdom of the owl on your side, and you know that Crick Longbeak is basically like a criminal mastermind who lives outside of the boundaries of law of any of the nations. He's got like a vast army of mercenaries, and any dodgy business can trace its way back usually to Crick Longbeak. It's not someone you want to be an enemy of unless you really, really have a death wish. He has no honor. He just basically does whatever it is to profit.
He has no honor.
So the brothels are run by him indirectly. The casinos are run by him indirectly.
It's the Pimp McDaddy.
He's the Al Capone of the underworld. He's not someone. Yes, that's it. So, did you tell anything to the others about this, or did you keep it to yourself after knowing that?
I must warn you all that Mr. Longbeak is not a great man, or whatever he is.
I've heard of him before, and
Well,
I don't really know why, but he's probably a dick.
He's
so
either humanoid or an orc. I wouldn't be surprised.
He's a
Nothing wrong with all.
He's a Kenku.
He's probably a bird, judging by the fact that his mates are all birds. You know what I'm saying?
And his name's last name's Longbeak.
So can't be that bad.
Well, that's just a bit vulgar, isn't it? It's not like I go around calling myself Big Cock, but whatever.
Alright, the name's Seb Longcock.
Well, I
Sebastian Longcock at your service.
This is all very distasteful.
don't
Yes.
think I'm going to tell you anymore.
On the contrary, most people say my Longcock's quite tasteful.
No.
The owl starts looking like she wants to fly away. Millhouse, you feel intrigued by this. Russ is like, you shouldn't joke. He's a dangerous man. If I don't get this money, I'm dead. You don't understand. I'm one of his local merchants. But if he finds out about this massive debt I've let let her run up, then I'm in real trouble.
How did you get into this kind of business then?
Well, it's in the family. All us Kenkus are businessmen.
Oh, that's interesting.
Businessmen. Yeah. I mean, the only other way out of it is that we tell the father, because he can afford it, and she'll just have to take some dishonor.
That would be the honorable choice.
Well, I mean, she did technically, bring dishonor, so it would only be fair. We saved her life. That's basically, we paid up.
Has anyone seen her recently?
No, because we're on the way back to where I dropped her off.
Yeah, you've gone back to where she's not there anymore. You don't know where she is.
Shock!
Oh,
That's a surprise.
Shock! Horror!
can we go and ask a servant?
Hello, honorable guest. How can I help you today?
What the fuck you bitch at?
Where is he?
Z.
Yeah, alright, love. We're looking for Z,
Z went back to her room a minute ago. She was looking to spend some time by herself. I think
What's her room so we can go talk to her?
I'm not sure I should tell you that.
Yeah,
Please
Oh,
tell
no,
me.
you can tell me that. I'd like to persuade him.
Persuasion roll, please. Percy,
I was going to say you could pet my cute goat.
make a persuasion roll first, and then I want to see everyone else's persuasion roll. But yours intrigues me the most right now.
16.
How did I
Okay.
roll a natural one? Gee.
Okay.
One thing I was supposed to be good at.
Oh, I actually like goats. My father was a goat herder. Thank you. Hello, goat. Hello. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Okay, I'll take you to her room.
I've got 18.
Any friend of a goat is a friend of mine.
Oh, damn right. Damn right.
Oh, 100%,
That ain't right.
100%. She leads you all. And Russ. Unless someone's staying with Russ. I'm assuming
Russ is my friend.
I am his friend. Oh, Millhouse, it's so great to speak to you. I'm sorry I ignored you at dinner.
It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes.
Sound like Sonny then. Oh, I'm really nice. Oh no, that sounds like Seb singing. You go to the room. The door's closed. Oh, door is closed.
Okay, you can leave us now. I then knock on the door and go,
See, it's Percy, the goatee person.
What
Nick,
kind of block is it?
Did you, are you okay?
Make perception rolls.
Can I tell what kind of lock it is? Is it like just a kind of twisty lock?
There's no
Or
lock.
is it-
It's just closed.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna open it.
You're just going to open it. Okay, you open the door. Forget about the perception rolls. He just
21.
You open the door and you see a pool of blood on the floor. And she's sitting there with a dagger in her chest, and she looks up at you. I have dishonored my family.
I run over and cast healing word
that's
on her.
not
I cure
good.
2 wounds on her.
Okay,
Straight up.
make the roll. Cast the spell.
Cast.
You don't need to commit Sabuku.
Oh, it is cure wounds I've got.
I don't like
No.
Sudoku. The words confuse me.
No,
So
Sabuku.
Oh, it thinks I haven't got enough spell slots, but I do. I have 1 left. Must have been all the messing around. I'll expend it on D&D Beyond.
We only
And then
cast Tetris' hideous laughter.
I know. I don't understand. But never mind. 1d8 plus 3.
No, that's right. You just do
Oh,
exclamation
I
mark
think
G.
it does that. I think it does that whenever you create a new character and it gives you one spell slot. Because it did that when I first played Alith.
If you do exclamation mark G space LR, it gives you a long rest.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I do that afterwards. But there you go. She gets 7 hit points.
Okay, you pull the dagger out, put your hand over her chest. The heel wounds instantly. Oh, you have saved my life, but I am dead. For
I don't quite think that's such a good idea to killing yourself like that. You know, maybe a little bit of dishonor. Maybe your dad's gonna understand. You're his daughter after all.
Russ looks at you. Look, woman, you know your dad's already lost his wife and son. I think he would rather take a little bit of dishonor or just pay the debt before losing you as well.
How much debt is this that we're on about as well?
4,000.
It's 4,000 gold.
Oh, fuck.
Don't blaspheme, child.
Cool, that's a lot of gold. Oh, I could probably carry that in maybe 2 whole sacks.
My father has this money, but to ask him would be so dishonourable.
Well, you see, the wonderful thing about being a dad is you don't have to tell everyone else everything you do with your daughter. That came out wrong.
That's what he said.
Well, it's something that my dad told me about his dad.
And he's dead before him.
And I'm only just realising it.
Russ is like, your friends are weird. What? Okay.
I know, not my friends, but you're my friend.
Okay, so we've got a lady with blood all stained all over her dress, sitting there now, all healed up.
I will persuade her to talk to her father.
Okay, go for it.
Come on, I'm supposed to be good at this. 19.
19.
Hey,
That is
there you go.
What? She looks at you. What? What are you going to say to her?
Look, you know, it's just like, you know, you just...
I know.
It's like when you have sex, right? And you get something down there that you don't think you should have down there, but you're scared to talk about it, but it could be like that creepy herpes thing from over the pond that eats your genitals from the inside out. You got to tell someone about it, and you just need to tell your dad about your about your drug habit.
She just stares at you like this.
I don't know if any of that. You should do the right thing because it's a good. Be good. Strum.
Okay. I will speak to my father, but will you be with me and explain?
Oh, I'll be with you whenever you want me to be with you, love. You don't have to ask twice. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, it's like Del Boy on the pool.
She's,
It's Del Boy meets Bowie on the pool, definitely.
she actually smiles at you in quite an alluring way. I think you're actually working your way into her affection.
Yeah, you know what? This isn't just my stage outfit.
It's a lovely outfit. It's quite different to the usual boys around here.
I ain't like the boys around here, love.
You certainly wear a lot of leather.
Oh, if you think this is a lot of leather, you should see my dad.
Millhouse, you think from your studies of psychology that Seb has father issues?
No,
It's
really?
like every conversation seems to involve his father. Very strange.
Turns out father actually left at a young age, and that was just some creepy guy in a dress.
Okay. A little later in the evening, the spell wears off. Millhouse,
Hello.
Yeah, Millhouse Manastorm, not an Annoyatron.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Hello. You sit with him, knowing that any moment the spell's going to wear off. He's kind of smiling at you like this, and then his smile fades as the magic leaves him. He kind of goes, "What have I
How's
done?"
it going, friend?
Hey, wait, did you cast a spell on me?
I did indeed.
Oh my god, my men, my birds.
Dead.
Well, no, that's all dead.
Your friend's dead. Your bird's dead.
Oh no.
Kachansky dead. Dave.
Well,
Everybody's dead.
Everybody is dead, Dave.
Well, everything I said was true. If I don't get this 4,000 gold, I'm dead.
Oh, we understand. We're trying to figure it out with you. Because I'm your friend.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't much care for you. Getting a young, vulnerable girl hooked on drugs like that, you piece of shit, mate, aren't you?
Well, it's my job. Fuck off.
You fuck off.
You fuck off.
You fuck
How
off.
about I fuck off? Then we can all be friends.
Why'd you fuck off?
Just so we can be peaceful.
I'd like to cast prestidigitation to make smoke cloud in the shape of a large middle finger and just have it drift towards his face.
Okay, is that a first level spell or a second cantrip?
It's a cantrip.
Okay, yeah.
I'd like to cast Minor Illusion to get a giant fan to blow it away.
For fuck's sake.
It's an illusion of a fan, not a fan itself. Otherwise,
Okay.
that would be
A brick wall so he can't see it.
Okay, yeah. So basically, a cloud middle finger appears, instantly obscured by a giant, a large red brick wall that appears in front of it, just like these illusions. You can see that Seb and Millhouse is both kind of giving each other a little bit of a bit of a spell off going on. You do notice that Millhouse's spells are considerably more coherent and colourful than Seb's. But there seems to be a lot of passion behind Seb's, and a lot of little mini father figures. Like a little picture of his dad appears in most of the spells. It's like a tell. That middle finger, is that your father's middle finger? Yes, it's my father's middle finger. It's not even my middle finger. Okay. Eventually, he stays with you because he's like, I can't leave. So he stays with Z and you all basically kind of awkwardly stay in the same room. After a while, the servants come in with tea. Tea?
Yes.
Yes, please.
We have cleared up the situation outside and disposed of the bodies. Nothing more will be said. No more dishonor to the family. Oh, thank you.
Good plays.
It is me that's brought this dishonor. Wan Li, I deserve to die. You don't deserve to die. Your father will understand, my lady. Please, we have attended to this. Everything is as it was. This must not get out. Please, change your dress. She kind of nods and starts to get undressed in front of you. Lady, no, wait, what are you doing? Oh, you can see.
Maybe I should.
It's okay. We don't mind.
She comes.
Maybe I should take the good lady back to her quarters, then, eh?
I must eyes, for this is shameful.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't mind me.
I am very loud.
Who said that?
Maureen can hear me from the house.
What?
Yeah. Oh, I am yelling quite a lot. I think it's because basically since I switched headphones from these posh ones that had into the mixing desk where I could hear myself, when I wear these, I can't hear my own voice at all.
Yeah, you don't know how loud you're
I tend to find I'm yelling a lot more since I switched these headsets, and so I can hear what I'm saying, and yeah, I'm really fucking loud. I need to sort this out before next time. I can't keep doing this. All right. She goes into another room and gets changed in a more ladylike fashion. When she comes out, you can see she's done her makeup. She's obviously got quite used to hiding scars of misery and depression and upset. and she's cleaned herself down. The makeup is thick, but from a distance she looks like a radiant angel, ready to play court lady again. Could I suggest that you all go and clear yourself up and get changed? You're most of you are covered in blood, by the way, especially Percy and Griff. You've just basically got like bits of Kenku entrails, blood and guts all over your outfits. You're both wearing heavy armor. Your weapons are all covered in gritty filth. Yes. Can I suggest that you clean up, and then we talk to Father about this separately. I hope he is okay.
Well, we need to.
To know when my master.
We've got to wait for him to get back, I suppose.
Yeah.
Could have a nap.
It could be many days. I did not know. But please do not leave until he returns. What she's saying is keep an eye on Russ, so we can try and resolve this before he does anything. You notice a large group of his men, his bird folk, Kenku, appear on the borders of the property. He goes out to speak with them. You accompany him. And he legitimately says to them, there's been an understanding. I'm no longer under their spell. But we have a way out of this. More death and destruction isn't going to get us the 4,000 gold. She's agreed to speak to her father. We need to honour that. And when he's speaking to you, he actually sounds quite reasonable. I mean, actually, Russ is quite a reasonable trader, normally. You might not agree with him dealing in drugs, but he normally is honourable with his deals. So if he says he's going to do a trade with you, he will do a trade with you. However, if you don't pay him any money for months after months, he gets a bit pissed, and he gets in trouble. So actually, he's not...
As any honourable drug dealer would.
As any honourable drug dealer would. He gives out the merchandise, and then you need
Damn
to
those
pay.
drug dealers and their honour.
Yeah, he's an honourable drug dealer. He offers you all a free hit. If you want a free hit...
I'll take a free hit.
No, I will not.
I can already get high, it's fine.
That's
Hey!
No.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't need any of that. I've got music. Music's my only drug.
He
I
gives
will
you...
not
Millhouse, he gives you a piece of paper. And
I
then
don't mind.
and then it is some powder. He basically says, lick your finger, get the powder, and rub it on the inside of your gum. And you'll basically be in heaven. And then
Sounds great.
And then you'll want more. Yeah. Okay. Are you going to use it?
Can I tell if it's safe? If it's not safe, then no. If it seems like it's safe, yeah.
Make a medicine check.
Really, another skill I was going to take, but I didn't. That's 2 in a row.
There was a book in the library about this. I just didn't get around to reading it.
10. Very average.
You might be able to take it without getting addicted. You got quite, you got quite
I'm
the
pretty smart.
constitution. However, you are pretty smart, and you do know that this is a highly addictive drug.
But I'm smart enough to not get addicted.
Yeah, you think you could probably outsmart this drug? Oh yeah.
I definitely get outsmart this drug.
That's what Sherlock Holmes thought. Morphine?
Yeah.
It's a 7% solution, Watson.
Percy definitely isn't taking this drug then, because otherwise he'll get hooked with his 5 intelligence.
Mate, Percy would be fucked. He would just be done.
Oh god.
I'm gonna take it. I feel like
Percy, maybe you should give it a go, lad.
I'm an adventurer. I'm a chaotic good. I'm adventurous. I'm in
See
it.
how
for
it
the
feels.
thrill.
Okay. You rub it into your head for a second. You're like, this is, and the whole world just basically trips the light fandango. Colors, everything just ripples in colors. You look around at the others, and their faces are all like melting. But you love it. The feeling of ecstasy coursing through your body is like nothing you've ever felt in your life. This is a plateau of ecstasy that you never want to leave. You're like, for that moment, you're like, screw going adventuring. Why would you need to explore the world to find exciting things when this exciting thing is right in front of you and you could have more of it? It's just, it's like you found all the answers to all the questions you've ever needed the answers for. You are without a doubt the most intelligent gnome that's ever been alive. You are just inspired to cast spells. You want to cast a spell. Yeah,
Minor illusion.
Firebolt.
You're going to cast what?
Minor illusion.
You tried to cast Minor Illusion, but the spell just starts erupting around you. What do you imagine?
Giant penis.
I was gonna get another Kenku friend.
Okay, this weird bird shape appears, but it's got like bright purple, pink, and lavender dress, and a funny hat that looks a little bit like a wizard's hat, but it's not a wizard's hat. And it's got a bird. It looks like a Kenku, but it has like these invisible wings that just turn into flowers. But the face just keeps melting. Make a wild magic check.
How the fuck do I do that? I've never done that before.
Just roll a d20.
Roll a d20.
Don't roll a 1.
Don't roll a one. Don't roll a 1 to 5.
Got 9.
Okay. Yeah,
Damn.
okay.
Whilst he's doing this,
I wanted to get wild magics. That'd be awesome.
because Seb has said to me, I should take it. I'm going to grab some, but put it in my pocket and save it. For
I'm gonna go up to everyone and be like, guys, this is so much fun.
Now, because I follow orders.
You can see he's sweating. His eyes are completely dilated. He basically, his eyes are just black pupils. He comes up to each of you trying to give you hugs. You start to feel really,
You wanna
really.
be my new friend?
You start to feel really, really hot, and just start taking layers of your clothes off. Your purple robe.
Oh, wait, no. That's one thing I don't do.
You
My
do.
robes never come off.
Oh no, it's still on your waist. It's basically just you've taken the top half off, and now it looks like a dress. And you start doing a little hula dance, like with your hula dress, and around you're like yeah, and then the illusionary Kenku that you've just made up from your drug fueled haze is also doing it. Does anyone else want any of this stuff? Says Russ.
I take some, but I don't. I like grab some, but I don't take it.
There you go.
I think you should have to save to not take it.
I
No,
do not want to use.
I will let him make that decision.
Take it.
Until he takes it. Once he takes
Can
it
I,
the first
can I roll a
time,
persuasion? Can I roll a persuasion to make him take it?
you could try roll a persuasion. You're disadvantaged. It's not gonna work.
He rolls in that 20.
2 nat 20.
Ooh, that's a 19.
Ah.
Yay.
Thank fuck.
Okay. You try and persuade him. It's you're just like, yeah, pink flowers, sky of bird people. If you take this drug, the Wibble monster will flabber with your gobble lobble. It just
Jeez.
it makes
I've had those before.
The hell is what?
Yeah. He's just you. You go. Next thing you do is you feel like you need something sugary, and you see there's loads of jams and compotes laid out over on a table, and you just go and grab them and you start smearing them on your face because you've decided that your eyes can absorb food, and so can your ears. So you start trying to push jam and fruit compote into your eyes and ears. And some of it gets shoved up your nose as well, and it feels great. You start.
Surely, I'm too intelligent to do that.
There's some niche for this. It's a
Mate,
shame no one's going to invent the video camera for the next 1,000 years.
This is serious grade A drugs, Millhouse. You lose all your shit. You are in the Fucktaria land of Bubble Lab.
Then I would like to try and meditate and try and get the most deep, intense meditation I've ever had in my life.
Okay, make an intelligence save.
Oh my god, it's midnight.
What?
I've just seen the time. I've got to be up for like 6:30.
22. Ooh, 22.
Okay, you start coming down. Basically, you just smell jam. You feel ridiculous.
I
you
smell
just-
jam.
it's all down your bare chest. You start feeling really sick because you need to have another hit. Make a wisdom save.
22.
Okay, you're fine. You snap yourself out of it, and you're like, no, I can't ever.
See, I knew I wouldn't want more.
You can't ever have any more of that.
Responsible drug user.
But you do still calm down. Yeah, Russ is like, do you want some more?
No, I'm okay, thanks. That was fun, though.
I could tell.
I'm gonna go and barf now.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you one more hit for just 1 gold.
No, thanks.
Okay. Oh well. Look forward to seeing you have yours, Percy.
Yeah, later maybe. Thanks.
Okay. You all rest up. And then you wait for Chunjen to come back with Tao Li and the others. You end up falling into a fairly deep sleep some point during the night, and they've noticed they haven't come back yet. So the daughter goes to bed, but she's alive. She thanks you all for saving her from herself. She realizes after watching Millhouse that these drugs are definitely something she needs to come off of. Yes, tomorrow we shall try and repair this damage, get the money, or do something to sort of save my life. And she thanks you.